Want to participate in a Don and Mike Show contest? How about this? You or a member of your household can only win once for 60 days. You must comply with any age limitations for each contest. For complete contest rules, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the mighty WJFK, P.O. Box 3649, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you, and God bless.
Everybody loves Don and Mike.
Everybody loves Jackie Mason.
You probably know of me as a comedian, and if you don't, you probably are not a citizen of this country.
And now America's favorite stand-up comedian sets his sights on radio.
On the radio for free, you got Jackie Mason, and usually it's $100 ticket. If you want to send me 50, I'll be glad to take the money. But if you're not sending anything in, then you have no right to complain.
Still as popular as ever, Jackie Mason combines a sharp wit with pungent political satire to create a unique listening experience.
You'll hear
I hear he's going to be replacing O'Reilly.
stories that you can't hear.
He's the new hot thing at Westwood One.
Yeah, he's like O'Reilly without the potty mouth.
The historical knowledge of the people. History of the world.
Get that in.
This show.
Politics is his passion.
Yeah.
Jackie Mason is known for his tough and outspoken position.
Okay, all right.
But look, you my tough, outspoken positions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear Pete from Fairbanks, Alaska.
Fairbanks. There. Pete, I'm outspoken about politics.
That's too good. Mike, I have something for you here in the pre-show. Hold
You
on.
do? Wait a minute.
Switch microphones.
Ready?
Yep.
Microphone switch. Do it. Hi.
Seamless.
I feel so much better now.
Seamless.
Done and done.
That's good.
I bet you didn't even... Oh. Gum. Swallowed. Thank you. You are going to love this.
I forgot to spit out my gum before the show.
Did you see yesterday's Washington Post?
No, but I heard about it.
This is funny. This is in something called Road Trip.
Oh, I'm so glad you have that. I wanted to see that.
It's a...
This is free publicity, right?
yeah, and it's funny free publicity.
Okay, good.
This guy... Rob, hello. I'm hearing stuff when you're doing stuff there.
Shorting out.
Hold on. What are you doing? Hold on. What?
I thought maybe this mic was off. How are you? How have you been?
Listen to the way he doesn't have headphones on and he knows the way that sounds.
That's the worst microphone in the room.
I don't know.
Why is that microphone in a broadcast studio?
Just for fun. It's like playing hot potato.
Hey, Robbie,
Yeah?
how have you been?
Don, now that Monday has come, how have you been?
How have you been?
Okay, so I'm turning that one off.
Please do.
That's number 5.
Bad one.
Very good.
This is a bad one.
A bad one?
So they're doing this thing in the newspaper about portions of the D.C. area. D.C. is Washington, Maryland, and Virginia. And I guess it's if you want to go out and look at fall foliage. And they have a bunch of different spots you can go to. And then it says, when you get to Prince William County, it has one of these little, almost like a cartoon talking box thing.
Right.
And it says, lunch at O'Mara's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah.
Wow.
But here's the funny part.
What's the funny part?
And then it says, not this, it says, owned by Mike of the Don and Mike radio show.
All right.
Then in parentheses it says, it doesn't rotate.
Oh, that's
Let me see that.
Look Around Cafe.
so cool. Oh, it doesn't rotate.
You know, and I was glad when we spoke yesterday morning, as Mike and I do every Sunday morning before church, sunrise sermon.
Right.
Good morning. Good morning, Brother Michael. I was very glad that you didn't mention it that you hadn't seen it because I wanted you to see that. That's funny.
Yeah, that is great. And I was in there yesterday. Nobody mentioned it to me.
You always can have a table waiting for you at Hank's Look Around Cafe.
It doesn't rotate.
And he says that.
That is awesome.
That's funny.
So that's great.
Wonderful.
Having said that, let me say hello.
Hello, Mr. Shannon.
Hello, this is Michael Scott Shannon.
Bill Drysdale here, president of the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills and personal banker to Granny. Granny.
I want to say to all of you, get ready for the ghostly goblins, the little ones, the little trick-or-treaters. the little trick-or-treaters.
The ankle biters, the crumb crunchers.
See now, Milton, that's where you...
Milburn.
Milburn.
Milton. I'm not Milton Berle.
Milton Dobbs thinking...
Hello.
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley, right.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. I'm Milton Berle. I'm dead. Oh, well, look at that.
Anyway, this is who I was asking to come by to get us all in the Halloween spirit.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Halloween spooks.
Hey, look in the back. It's Bill O'Reilly's career.
Hello. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Hello, Milburn.
It's great to be here.
What action hero points at the genitals of Nazis and arranges them into naked pyramids?
What?
Lindy Anna Jones.
That's a Lindy England joke.
Hello, this is Scott Shannon.
I'm Milburn Drysdale.
What country singer likes to arrange coal miners' daughters into naked pyramids?
Loretta Lindley? Lindy? Oh, you hate it when I do that.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I don't hate it when you do that.
It just crept out.
I hate it when you break character.
I'm sorry.
Indicating that you have less than a total commitment to this piece of radio.
Loretta Lindy. Loretta Lindy.
Yes.
And finally, hello as always, committing to this, I'm Scott Shannon.
And I'm Milburn Drysdale.
He's really Mike O'Meara.
I'm back in character again.
What restaurant chain is most popular with transsexuals?
Which one?
Adam's Applebee's.
I like that. Hey now.
Don and Mike Show. Let's get started.
Evan wasn't bad.
That was pretty good.
Hey, John Kerry.
Oh, hi there.
Everybody.
Mike, both of you, idiots.
Step into my office. Because you're fucking fired.
Hello.
Hi, Julia.
Hello.
Okay. Hi, Don and Mike.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe.
Here you go, Ronnie.
Based on a true story, he was a neo-Nazi with one true enemy. Himself. A man of faith, a man of hate, and a soul torn apart. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm still waiting on an answer.
How have you been?
How have both of you been?
How have you been?
Monday. And good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Frank Stallone stole the crucifix and all the ships at sea. They are forever making pretend. Don Geronimo, Mike O'Meara.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, everybody. Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi there. Don and Mike Show, new episode on this Monday, 10-18-04.
Hi, Don and Mike. Buzz Burbank here. Oh, he's not retarded.
This is the Don and Mike Show, and here you go. It's Monday. It's Rocktober 18.
Yeah, baby.
20-4. Call us from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636 from Canada. From Mexico, 800-636-1067. And Washington, D.C., 202-432-1067 on WJFK FM.
Hi, baby.
There are so many things that I want to chat with you about. I had a weekend and a half. I've got just copious notes. Of just how people either excited me or disappointed me this weekend.
Right.
Also, stuff about just stuff and stuff with Mike in his underwear watching the Red Sox, but and Buddha Mouse.
Oh, good.
All this stuff that I want to get to. And I'm concerned. I know that this is not going to come across the right way.
Oh, dear.
We get our flu shots every year.
Yeah.
From nurses on the radio.
Yeah.
Right.
And I want to say something. We got flu shots and promoted getting flu shots before it was cool to get flu shots.
Oh, absolutely. Before it was, and now it's this big issue.
And frankly, with the exception of Buzz, no one on this show is old enough to qualify for a flu shot.
You'd think they'd at least come in for me.
So I just wanted to say, come on by with the flu shots. We're like those doctors. I mean, you can't get through your day without us. It's vital that we are here, and I know the doctors talk about the germs that they run into every day.
Right.
I'm telling you, you go and spend 5 minutes, spend 5 seconds in that main floor bathroom.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that shot, you're going to be sick.
Take away the fact for the microphones you talk into.
Yeah, everybody using the same microphone.
Weekenders. But not just on the bright side, we've not gotten a firm no yet.
Okay.
We're still waiting to hear back from them.
I feel weird about getting them.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, a little guilty.
Don't.
I wouldn't.
Because I guess even older people are having a hard time finding the shots.
You see those lines?
Mike, there is a reason the dinosaurs didn't live.
Mike,
you're funny.
You and I are young and vital. Right. Hold on. That right there. That's funny.
We may be in our 40s, but we qualify for those scenes just based on, on road wear.
Yeah. Listen, we got an obligation. I want to tell you what the obligation is. To make it to our next vacation. And
it's important. We don't want to have it serious about
we
that.
We can't afford to be sick.
Anything that would sidetrack us.
I mean, let me just stop for a second and speak to the American people. Do you realize that during this stretch, Mike and I have had to do, and I actually looked at the calendar today. We're working for 13 consecutive weeks here, folks. Now, sure, there's the Thanksgiving 2-day holiday.
Oh, my God.
But this is 13 consecutive weeks that we must be here.
That's insane.
So we need the flu shots. I'm just flipped out about it.
Is that over 3 months?
No, it's not, Mike.
4, 8, 12.
Yes, it is, Mike.
No!
Yeah. I didn't know a nice way to tell you.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, I know. So we got to have the flu shot.
Well, color me exhausted already.
So we have
you have to have a shot so you can entertain America.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So you can't do that if you're sick.
So we can make it to our next vacation.
That's right.
That's how we
certainly not be sick on our vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That makes us angrier than anything.
That will not do.
When I'm sick on a vacation, I'm not happy. And I was a little sick on the last one.
So the question is, now, because as far as I know, we're not getting the flu shots. And if we don't, seriously, it's no big deal. I'd love to get one, though.
Yeah.
If it was offered on the air...
Out of my way, oldster.
Would you get one? I probably would.
What's that?
If it was offered, if the nurses come in this year, as they have for the last 8 years, and give us the chance to publicize getting a flu shot, although God knows they don't need to publicize it this year, would you get one?
I don't know. I really don't. I can't answer that right now.
I would. I would.
Yeah, well, if the nurses came in...
I'm a jerk. I would.
Mike, you must, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because if you would get sick, then most certainly I would get sick.
Right.
And I live with a senior citizen.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go. All right. Protecting our seniors.
That might be like our get out of Vietnam free pass right there.
Well, I don't know if it's exactly like Vietnam, but it's close.
I know that I'm going to extremes, but I'm all caught up in this politics. Sure.
You know how much, I was watching a news story, you know how much of the population, 10 to 20% of the population will get the flu.
Right.
That's
right.
it.
And many will not survive it.
And
maybe 21% if we don't get our shot.
And it always works its way through this creepy building. It always does. Anyway.
They breed it here.
I'm just saying that right now.
It's in dishes. They have petri dishes on the second floor.
This is like a big brown brick petri dish.
In the Bickle laboratory.
Travis Bickle.
He's up there,
Mr. Spike.
Serving the net and breeding, raw viruses.
Mr. Spike. So that's first. Listen, no big deal.
Rob is quite the henchman, isn't he? I like the way he justified the flu shot there. I like that.
That's
Rob,
good.
Based on that, I will get the flu shot if we get him.
Right, yeah. And Rob's true. Rob,
will you get one?
I'm old enough, yeah, I think so.
I'm old enough.
No. Rob's in the company of Big Daddy, who is 90.
And also, it says you shouldn't get a flu shot if you're healthy. So right there, I need one.
Anyway, there's more important business than that. I don't even know how I got going on that. And even more important than the weekend. I call as my first witness to this great week of Don and Mike shows, John Norman.
John Norman, good guy.
The commissioner of our fantasy football team. He's not, of our fantasy league, I should say, excuse me. He's not here today in the role of commissioner of the Don and Mike Fantasy Football League.
No? Right.
He's here
in another
today.
capacity?
He's here today with a story to tell. A story about the violent world of Sam Huff.
Really?
John is on...
Sam Huff, of course, is the broadcaster, the color commentator for the Washington Redskins radio cast.
Hey, Rob, I lost that music on this computer. The thing we're just looking at? You there? Thank you. So, John's on the traveling squad.
Sam Huff in the news.
No, not traveling this year. I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
We're here.
Oh, so you weren't even in Chicago?
No, I was here.
You were even better. Well, I thought you had a bird's eye view, but I guess you're giving me...
No, if I'd been traveling, I would have seen none of it. I've been down in the field.
Okay. Oh, even better. So Either
Sam did something?
Yeah. Well, now, there are things John can say and can't say.
Right.
I'll say the things that John can't say because frankly I know they're true.
All right,
John, let's start at the beginning.
All right. Redskins traveled to Chicago yesterday for the game. They recently redesigned Soldier Field. I'm sure that the fans in Chicago love it. From a fan standpoint, I'm sure it's great.
Right.
From a broadcast standpoint, there is no worse stadium in the NFL.
Yeah, I hear them make references to that where they have trouble with visibility. They're far away from the field.
No, it's not that they're all that far away from the field. They're actually in the stands.
And they're very close to the fans.
If you want to go to the bathroom, you have to stand in line with the fans. If you want something to eat, you get to stand in line with the fans.
When they're doing the
broadcast.
So like if you can't run out and get back to the broadcast.
Nope.
Oh my God.
No, that's part of the problem. So that they and the guys don't
like. It's kind of like around the NFL. There's like a built-in home field advantage. Like so even the broadcasters hate coming to Soldier Field. Go, we get treated like crap. The fans are right there anyway.
Sure. Right. Okay.
So the fans are like literally 3 feet right outside the booth. During the game, we heard lots of stuff coming through the crowd, Mike, of rowdy Bears fans who were rooting on their team.
Right.
Finally, by halftime, our friend Sam Huff had about enough.
Really?
There were a couple of drunken individuals sitting in front of him who were taking the time. I don't know where the Boston New England Patriots tie in, but apparently these guys were wearing Boston hats and Patriot hats, and they kept holding them up, showing them to our broadcast team.
Now, keep in mind, from where they're so close to the broadcasters that if you hold up a hat, they're not going to be able to see the field.
Watch the view.
This is how close you are to the fans.
So, Sam, like I said, had finally had enough.
All right.
And I'm sure that he mustered all the patience that he could for this guy. And he said, could you please stop?
This is Sam Huff.
I'm trying to broadcast a game. I can't see when you do that. F you, old man. I'll do whatever I want to.
Well, keep going, but I mean, Sam Huff is still an imposing figure.
Hold on.
He'll tell you that it still hurts to get hit by a linebacker today.
Right.
If he had the chance, he'd put on pads and go out there.
This is Sam Huff.
So, F me, F you.
Was that what he said?
Oh, yeah. And so this guy and one of his buddies, or at least a couple of his buddies, threw a whole bunch of beer into the booth. One guy actually tried to climb into the booth to get at Sam.
God.
And then once this guy got all riled up, he started showing Sam this big class ring that he had from West Point. This is from West Point. I went to West Point, and I've killed people, and I will kill you.
Wow.
This is happening during...
This is a young guy, obviously.
This is at halftime.
I mean, Sam Huff is seriously how old? How old is Sam Huff?
He just turned 70.
70 years old. Wow. Come on.
So this is happening at halftime.
Now, the Redskins coaches are right next to the broadcast booth. They called security. Well, the first security to arrive was apparently two 50-some-odd-year-old women.
Oh, my God.
Good heavens, no.
Soldier Field is that bad?
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
And so now the guy, I guess the rest of the security showed up, and they're trying to subdue this guy. He's literally taking this class ring and smashing it into the glass, trying to break the glass, chipping glass. His hand's bleeding. It's apparently bleeding down the glass.
Oh, my God.
But wait. Keep going.
And finally, they subdued these guys and got them arrested.
But see, listen. Sam took a swing at the guy.
I can't comment to that. I wasn't there. Don't know for sure.
I heard from somebody who was there.
Did he make contact?
No, he didn't.
He did not. But he did take a swing that he was pissed off.
Well, good. Well, sure. Well, you know what? It sounds like the guy deserved every bit of it.
Oh, yeah. And the cops came back and wanted to know if Sam wanted to press charges, and he let it go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the violent world of Sam Huff.
He's a tough guy. I wouldn't mess with Sam Huff at 70.
I wouldn't. No.
When we used to remember we were talking about Sam Huff and he got us on the airplane. He put his arms around us.
Yeah, I know.
He's still he's still scary.
But they're there calling a game, and there's some drunk guy pounding his fist with his West Point thing.
Like while they're while they were trying to broadcast.
No, they've gone to break. We've gone to halftime. We come back here for Earl, so they were off for like 12 minutes.
Just pounding this West Point ring into this plexiglass, saying, I will kill you.
The American
I will
sports
kill you.
Wow.
Yelling it at poor Sam Huff.
And they were Boston guys?
Well, they
had the hats.
They had the
Yelling
I don't know
at Sam,
whether they were
who probably had one green and one brown sock on. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy Sam is.
Sam is,
It might have been brown after the altercation.
Just turned 70. Oh, God. Wow.
Good story.
I like the best part of that is they call security in 250-something.
Good heavens, no.
Hello, ma'am. Thanks for your help.
Ow.
The Violent World of Sam Huff.
There it is.
Well, now what about Sonny? I know who probably wasn't involved.
Oh, well, I understand they were they were trying to make peace. Cameron had a hold of Sam, trying to keep him from going out of the booth. John Cano's a stats guy was also shielding Sam. And Larry and Sonny
was probably like about 8 aisles away. I understand there's a problem, Sam.
I'll be over here if you need me.
I'm behind you all the way, buddy.
No problem at all.
Remember, Herzog would have only gone 8 rows away. I'm 4 rows away.
Well, and then apparently Sonny and Larry just laid into Sam for the rest of the time, calling it the Rumble in the booth, and Sonny telling Larry that he could do play-by-play commentary from the booth.
Oh, I'd love to get some tape on that. I would love to get some tape on
From
that.
what I understand, there is no tape. We don't have anything running. We didn't get any feeds.
Oh, really?
There are only these, Mike, precious memories.
Yes. Precious memories of Sam Huff.
Precious memories of the violent world of Samuel Huff.
This is Sam Huff.
Well, wouldn't it be great if Sam Huff would like to recount the tale himself? I would love that. That would be delightful.
Why don't you call him up, John? Ask him if he'd like to come on the show.
Talk about his brawl. We just love to talk about his brawl.
I'm sure he'll turn you down.
I'm sure he will. I'll call him if you want me to.
Yeah. Call him and just see if he'd come on.
Call him up.
Say I'm behind Sam.
Well, of course you are. That's not in question.
No, I'd like to say, no, Mike, I'm with the fan.
You are a funny man. You are a funny man.
I'm with the fan.
The defenseless fan.
Also, I'd like to say, as a West Point graduate, that I as well will kill him.
I think there's a 50-50 chance. I think Sam might talk about the Rumble. It might be fun.
We can try.
Give him a try. Anyway, that's an interesting story. That's a story you would not have heard, I don't think.
No. I had no idea that Soldier Field was so nasty for broadcasters.
You didn't swallow that gum.
No, but I'm not making any noise with it. If I make noise with it, it's just my mouth is a little dry today.
Hello, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Don and Mike show.
Hello, my brothers.
Hi there.
I personally vow to keep my daughter from this flu vaccine and go out of my way to keep my old and sick grandparents from receiving it as well, so it frees up the possibility of you guys getting those.
If you would put that in writing and have that notarized and send it to us.
All the children and the elderly.
That would be fantastic.
Indeed.
We'd appreciate that.
Like Buzz said, you guys are responsible for entertaining the whole country, so...
Right.
Well, you know what we are, and I don't think I'm being egotistical here, what we are is a natural resource.
And natural treasures.
National treasures.
National treasures, natural resources.
Right.
Hello, Brian, Don and Mike show. Brian.
Do you think that guy felt that Sam Huff was the most feared quarterback killer in the game?
You know that.
Wouldn't it be great if he came out to talk about it?
Yeah, not a chance he will.
The venerable one, Soldier Field, Chicago.
Get out of here. All right, just hang up. So how great is that?
Pretty wow.
So
I'll take your head off.
So the phone lines are buzzing during the game. People call me and go, oh, my God, you should see what's happening here. People are, hold on, Mike. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bobby, got the music. Get the music.
I know, this is Tom Gavin.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Sam.
Hi, guys.
How's it going, Sam Huff?
No, it's not Sam Huff.
How was your fight?
Watch it.
Well, hey, Tom, you're saying watch it too much.
How do you spell fight?
The rehab place.
How do you spell fight?
What?
How do you spell fight?
Spike or fight?
Fight.
Like fight a war.
F-I-N-T.
Fint.
Right. How do you spell Huff? As in Sam Huff.
H-O-F.
Huff. Perfect.
Just like the Hall of Fame. Sorry to bust in, Tom. Sam Huff cordially declines. So we'll have to do without number 70.
That's too bad.
It is.
Would have been nice.
Wouldn't it?
We'll always have the legend.
Hey, isn't that weird that you asked him to spell Huff and he spelled H-O-F, which is Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. How do you spell fame?
Fame?
Fame.
Tom.
Like what? Like
Irene Cara.
As in famous.
Fame.
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 Irene Cara.
F-I-N-T.
F-I-N-T-E-R.
Finter.
Right.
The guy seems to be on a Fint
All right.
trip today.
Thanks for the call, Tom.
No, guess what, guys?
What, Tommy?
I'm out of there.
Oh, you're out of your rehab for your hip replacement surgery?
Yep.
Can you run now?
I'm at home now.
Can you run?
No.
Run, Forrest, run.
How is the hip feeling? Are you walking better?
I'm walking with a walker now.
With a walker, will you always have to walk with a walker? No.
No.
Wouldn't it be great if Tom had to have like those Forrest Gump braces?
Run, Forrest, run!
No.
I mean, now wouldn't it be great? But wouldn't it be great?
Wouldn't it be tragic?
Anything that would help it would be great.
Rob, there's such a thin line between great and tragic.
I know.
Tom, when will you be able to throw your walker away?
Probably next month.
Next month.
And what is next month? What's the month that's next month?
November.
That's right.
Very good. Spell that, please. November.
N-O-V-B. November.
Nov.
Nova.
Are you done spelling November?
Yep.
Okay. Nov, N-O-V-B.
Tom, other than regaining the ability to walk, what else happens in November?
Thanksgiving.
Spell turkey. Tom?
I am.
Spell turkey.
T-A-R-K-Y.
Spell yam.
Y-A-M.
Yeah!
Very close.
Yeah.
There you go, Tommy.
Sorry, Tom, you got that one wrong.
And Tom, what'd you have for breakfast today?
Nothing.
You didn't have anything to eat?
That's
Nope.
not right.
It's the most important meal of the day.
What'd you have for lunch?
Ravioli.
Oh.
Out of a can?
Out of the can?
Out of the can.
Out of the can. The best, isn't it?
Warm or cold?
Warm.
Warm out of the can.
Chef Boyardee?
Yep.
Oh.
Plastic fork or metal fork?
Metal fork.
Way to go, Tom.
Way to watch those carbs.
Hey, what's y'all's new website now?
Oh, it's DonandMikeWebsite.com, but it just has a logo up right now.
No, there's lots of stuff to do there, Tom. Games and stuff. You'll love it.
Tom,
Wallpaper.
How do you spell logo?
L-O-G-E.
Lodge.
Right. Way to go.
Perfect.
Way to go. All right, Tommy, we got to fly, buddy.
What is it? Don and Mike.
Website.com.
But it's
Website.com?
Right.
Thanks.
okay.
And he's off. He goes.
Chef Boyardee. Delicious.
Here we go. Okay. Well, he's out of rehab. That's great news. Wonderful.
Good news.
That is. He enjoying some of his Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Hello, here is
Don and Mike?
Johnny. Hey, John.
I think if the two of them had fought, the guy from West Point would have come up on the short end of the stick.
All right, somebody had to say that.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. Somebody had to say it. All about football. I think I called almost everybody yesterday. And sorry to bother you with your kids, Mike.
Yes, that's right. I didn't even tell you what I was watching when you called, when you were watching the Fox pregame show.
What were you watching?
I was watching My Fair Lady with my daughters. That's what I was watching in place of football.
You know what? When you talk with the can up by your mouth?
Yes?
I can hear. No, I don't have a can here.
Makes an echo.
But I can hear like a little echo.
All right? Like that?
No, hold it down like you just were.
Talking to the top of it.
No, do it like you just were.
Okay, this is just like I had it.
Okay, hold on.
Like this?
Yeah, that was coming through.
That was the one. What are you talking about?
That was coming.
That's it.
I swear to God, I'm not here. This is not like the ball busting show with the gum and then with the.
Honest, get off my back. You seem to be very finicky.
I'm not ball busting.
What am I?
Sounds good.
What am I, like a punching bag today? I don't think this affects the audio quality of my microphone whatsoever.
And you've got gum in your mouth at the same time.
He's multi-talented. See, that didn't work. I tried to get the gum sound. There it is.
There you go.
Carefree, sugarless.
So you're watching My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
With your daughters.
Hi, Def.
And I'm watching this Fox NFL show. And this guy that we've had on, Frank Caliendo.
Yes.
He does the most brilliant thing. I mean, very few things make... I mean, I laugh on this show all the time because you guys are so freaking funny. But, like, watching TV, it's hard to get something that makes you just...
Yeah, it's very rare.
I mean, really break down, like, Saturday Night Live, like, back in the day.
Right.
And watch it and just go, ah!
Yeah.
the setup is he's the guy from inside the actor's studio.
James Lipton.
And he's interviewing Howie Long. He's playing both roles.
Oh.
He has the makeup. He's got the fake chin for when he's Howie Long. He's got the fake buzz cut.
See, and they do great makeup on him.
And this Frank Caliendo thing, it was so absolutely right at Howie Long saying, after a failed career in professional athletics, Howard Long began his story film career. Broken Arrow with John Travolta. Firestorm. Or whatever that movie was. For 11 years, he's played the...
Howie the Moron?
That was later. The Lovable Imbecile. Howie Long on Fox NFL Sunday. The moronic presentation. Beyond. Howie, how have you played this role all these years? And then it goes back to Howie. The Frank Caliendo playing Howie and going, and I mean, he does a killer, dead-on Howie Long impression.
Good.
Besides looking like it, he sounds like it. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not acting on the show. That's just being real. And they come back to James Lipton, and he goes, that's what all the great ones say.
That's funny.
And Howard... and I love the fact you called him Howard. We've called him Howard on this show a couple of times. And it's funny to call Howie Long Howard.
Goofing around.
Most beloved now for your current role. As the dim-witted spokesman for Radio Shack. It's football, and I guess you're not supposed to have 5 minutes where you really just fall on the floor and laugh.
It's nice that they, on those huge, overanalyzed pregame shows, that they throw that in there.
And what else was funny is how they actually got to the picks when they just did the close-up shot of him as James Lipton, and he said, and now, for a reason I don't understand, a list of predictions. And he just read 4 teams, and that was the end of the piece. It was great.
But the Howard Long thing.
It sounds like, I wish I'd seen that. I so wish I had seen that.
Just a freaking killer. Will, Don and Mike show. Hello, Will.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hi there. We're doing great. Thank you.
Do you guys think that when Tom Gavin was getting out of the rehab center, he actually took the 12 steps?
It's not that kind of rehab. Different kind of.
He broke his hip.
I don't think Tom would ever have a need for that kind of rehab center. It's not Betty Ford.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Physical therapy rehab. Tom out of rehab. No, I mean, really.
No.
He's got enough issues to deal with. I don't think we have to throw addiction in there.
Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee. Funny.
That's Monday. But out of the box, that's pretty damn good.
First day of the week, funny. Right. Okay, when we come back, listen, here's what we've got on today's show lineup. Well, you're going to have to sit through my wonderful weekend, which I'll make entertaining and enlightening as always. Then we will talk to Crazy Mark Cuban. Oh, and also, in my little segment coming up, we'll also ask Mike about Saturday night in his underpants and his Boston Red Sox hat.
Saturday night would be the night, of course, obviously they won last night, and it was a lot of fun. I'd already resigned myself to the fact that anything we get is a bonus. But Saturday night would be the night that I want to talk about, because that was the seasons of my life. I went through the different seasons of my life.
In one night.
Yeah, in one night, all of the emotions that a person can go through, I experienced. Every single one. Every emotion. Sure. I'll list them when we come back. I'll tell you.
Also today, Mark Cuban will be on the show. Crazy Mark Cuban.
What are they doing to his show?
Well, they're canceling it.
And they're hacking it up, too. Aren't they shortening the run or something like that?
He's coming on to tell us why ABC is screwing him.
Oh, good.
Why ABC is screwing up his crazy show, the Benefactor, which I guess was supposed to be on 4 times. Benno Factor. Now will be on... like twice.
Wow.
And
ouch.
They're getting rid of it before the sweeps start.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me call. I got time here. I got 1 minute. I should have already taken the break. What the hell? Maybe the princess is there. The world's luckiest woman.
Hello.
There she is. Hey, baby.
Hi, sweet pea.
Mike, I know that you're wrapped up in the Red Sox, and this in no way compares to that.
Right.
But I want you to know why the Packers won yesterday and why the Packers ended that 4-game slide.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
And Frida will mock me for this, as she did yesterday.
I didn't know I was mocking you, because I thought I was joking around, and it turns out what I was saying in jest turns out to be the sad truth. I didn't intentionally mock you. I thought I was making a joke.
Here's the deal. They were, and again, not like Mike in the playoffs, but it was 4 freaking games in a row. You know what this requires? Going to the closet and getting out the Lucky Packer sweatshirt.
This is for the serious fans.
The Packers.
So you felt like you needed to give him the extra mileage.
Here's the combination that I get together. And I've only got about like 40 Packer sweatshirts. I go back and get a Packer sweatshirt from 1981.
Wow.
Way long time ago. And I pair that with a brand new, never before worn pair of Green Bay Packer socks.
Clever.
So I'm combining the new
I get it.
and the old.
Now, what about, were you wearing Packer pants?
Now, here's Mike. Frida said to me, oh, you have on Raiders pants. No. Had on NFL sweatpants.
Tell them the funniest part was that you had another sweatshirt sitting on the chair in the bedroom, and I had tried to pick up the bedroom, and you told me you were going to wear those clothes later, so not to put them away. And I said to darling, are you going to wear that sweatshirt or not? You have a sweatshirt on. And you said, well, I might change into that one later. And I jokingly said, oh, I get it. That's another, in case this one doesn't do the trick, that one will be your emergency mojo sweatshirt.
So you're that superstitious?
Yeah, you bet your ass.
And then I was out, and I wanted to come home, and they were winning, and he said, no, you can't come home because we're winning when you're gone.
I said to her, I mean, listen, I like it when she's gone. What married guy doesn't like it was like leaves the house for a couple hours on Sunday. But you're talking about a serious combination where I've got the right shirt, the right socks.
Right.
Amon Green just throws a touchdown pass. I said to Frida,
I understand.
I said, don't come home.
I understand more than most people. While I was watching My Fair Lady, I was wearing my Rex Harrison, my lucky Rex Harrison socks.
But I'm telling you.
Well written, Rob. Poorly delivered.
I'm telling you.
There's a different way. I was out shopping and enjoying myself and spent a good amount of money. That could be what needs to happen for the Packers to win.
Oh no, honey, let's
shopping for a while.
That's just crazy superstition.
No.
You know what? Let's not talk about that money thing.
But I think that if I go out and shop, it might help them.
Okay.
I think we need to look
based on the amount of money you spent yesterday. They've won the Super Bowl already.
I think the more money I spend, the bigger they win. That's what I think the superstition is.
See now.
So what do you think she'd have to do to put them into the Super Bowl?
I'm telling you yesterday.
It's your sweatshirt.
She already no. My sweatshirt, yes, is the reason that they won. I went back and pulled that one.
I understand.
Of course, that's the reason. And I'm really dumb enough to sit with my arms in the same position if they get a good play. I will sit. I know a lot of you people are like this. I sit in the same position.
Maybe I should try it.
And don't move until something bad happens. But if you're in the good position,
don't mess it up.
What that means is you just got to keep the good sweatshirt on.
Right.
You got the new clean socks on. You're feeling good. Brett's throwing the ball good.
So I got about an hour and a half before I have to sit one way for the whole show.
If you want. If you want.
Yeah, thanks to Major League Baseball for putting that game on at 5 o'clock.
An idea, Mike.
What?
Give me your credit card.
Okay.
And we'll see if it works. We'll do like an experiment.
All right.
Stop.
I love you, darling. You are a one-trick pony. You do love to shop.
Just trying to work it for my benefit.
Yeah, no kid. It's cheaper to keep her. Fellas, write that one down.
Oh, I should have written it down.
Buzz, write that one down.
Yeah.
Rob, never mind. I know you got it tattooed on your forehead backwards, so you see it every morning when you wake up and look in the mirror. Don't worry, it's like that ambulance thing backwards on the ambulance.
All right, boo-boo. I'm running out to the photographers now to pick up your pictures.
Oh, the pictures of me and Mike?
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Oh, good. Good.
And listen, no real pressure, but what do you think with that web? I know that you're not the web mistress, that we've got the go-between people, but what do you think?
They have told me this month. They keep telling me it's not a, oh, no. They're very much into saying, no, it's all, I see where it's coming together, and I can show you the dummy site that they've set up that's just like for us to check out. And they keep telling me this month, but...
All right, well, if you go there now, our new logo is up at least at DonnaMikeWebsite.com.
Yeah.
All right, baby.
All right, I love you, sweetie.
I love you, too.
Okay, bye.
I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Under construction.
There she is. Her Majesty. Not to be confused with Jermaine Jackson's son. Hello there, this is Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. No, it's not
that
the
was
same thing.
Her Majesty.
That's right. Out on another shopping spree.
The money she spent this weekend. Seriously.
Easy, Rob says.
Everybody's heard this already.
Easy. Cheaper to keep her. That's
Well down. Yeah. However, when your wife comes in and makes a purchase like mine does, that's when you look at it and you go, maybe it's like 50. It's a push.
Maybe
50-50.
right. Maybe not.
Maybe not cheaper to keep. I don't know. She made a big ass purchase yesterday.
Wow.
Huge purchase. I made that purchase. I wouldn't be here today.
That's right.
Because I'd be in a hole somewhere.
Right.
She would have killed me and dug a hole.
Sure. But you be careful what you say, because you don't want anybody painting you into a corner.
Okay. Now,
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm very, very sorry.
You know what? There's going to be some payback for that. Sometime I'm going to know some little something that I'm going to throw in there.
I didn't know you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I told you before the show, and I didn't know she was going to bring up the fact that she, apparently. Here's how my wife does it. She drives down the street and rolls down the windows of the car, and she's gone to the ATM, she throws it out the window. Some for you, some for you, some for you. And Mike, here's all I want to say to you.
Yes.
Quit framing me on this.
I apologize.
I'm an artist, for God's sake. Okay, now I'm doing it.
It falls into the category of totally irresistible. Totally irresistible.
We got a break, and we'll be right back, everybody.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Our guest tonight has starred in such silver screen classics as Broken Arrow and the unforgettable 3,000 Miles to Graceland. Please welcome Howard Long.
Thank you.
I think there's really one question on everyone's mind. Firestorm 2, how long must we wait?
We really aren't going to do that.
We had John Travolta on the show a while ago. We asked him what it was like to work with Howie Long. Do you know what he said?
No.
He said, I don't remember him. And he didn't. He had no idea who you were. But you're known mostly for your work on the small screen. On Fox's NFL Sunday, you've brilliantly portrayed the role of Howie the Imbecile for over a decade.
I'm not acting on that show.
I agree. To the best, it comes naturally.
The Don and Mike Show.
That translates well to radio.
Be a dear and listen to the Don and Mike Show.
And you got to know that he's talented like Mike is with the voices. But they put the prosthetics on him.
And he I really, usually I don't like that. But with Caliendo, I think they look great on it, really.
And he had the Howie Long thing.
Right.
Where they gave him the chin, where he kind of looked like Buzz Lightyear. And the crew cut.
So they overdo it just a little bit, right?
Just enough.
He is the best. He's the best in the business. He really is.
Okay, weekend. Let me get to this very quickly. First, Saturday night, we have no plans. A friend calls. A friend who I refer to as, and I've been asked by my wife not to dwell on this, so I will not, the opposite of Mike. This is an older woman, our age, who is with a much younger guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Ashton will be his name.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I understand.
And her name will be Demi.
Perfect.
So, Demi calls, and she says to Frida, hey, Ashton and I have tickets to go see Louis Black. Do you want to go see Louis Black tonight? I go, what the hell? Louis Black is all right? Sure, we'll go to see him. Oh, I should mention before this, my wife is such a dope. She's working on Saturday. She's working on Saturday.
Right.
At this job that I don't talk about, but she comes in contact with people.
Yes.
One of the people that she comes in contact with in this case,
welcome to Walmart,
is Kathleen Matthews. Who is the wife of Chris Matthews.
Yes.
And she does TV news here in D.C., and he's on that Hardball show. And I think we've spent, even in the new clean version of the show, numerous times I've spent agonizing minutes wondering what it must be like to have that whale, that gigantic, pasty whale.
Yeah, you've talked about their love life.
You know. You're climbing.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, this just comes up in conversation with Demi and Ashton. Frida says, "Oh, when
Feeling his hot breath.
I was at work, Kathleen Matthews was there. I said, "Oh, really?" And she said, "Nothing. She's very nice." And I told her who I am and who you are. And it's like, oh,
Why?
no. Why would you do that? Why would you? She said that Kathleen Matthews played it off like she didn't know. So maybe she doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she doesn't.
Yeah, she probably, I mean, it's, you know, it's a throwaway.
I just got that thing from my wife, though. It was like, that's the one thing. You meet somebody that maybe we've talked about on the show. Maybe we've said we wouldn't want to see having sex with her husband who's on TV.
Right.
Go ahead, introduce yourself as Frida Source.
Go hide.
But don't say, maybe my husband.
Yes.
The disc jockey.
Let the curtain stay up. That's right.
Who has always wondered what it must be like for you
to deal with him.
It's like shaving a walrus, throwing him on top of you.
Mm-hmm.
So now back to the weekend. Demi and Ashton say, "Come on, let's go see Louis Black."
Yeah.
We go to a very nice restaurant. No problem at the restaurant. We're going to go see Louis Black. As it turns out, Mike, he's at your alum. He's at AU.
Okay, is it Lisner? Or not Lisner. He's at Bender Arena, right?
Bender Arena. I hardly knew her. It's high school.
This is my school, and I give the other schools the auditorium. I'm a moron.
This venue reminds me of the gymnasium in the movie Hoosiers.
Ah, very good. Yes.
Bender Arena, where Louis Black is going to be. And this is where it got a little hinky. That it was general admission.
All right.
Because it's a college show.
Festival seating?
Right. Doors opened. It said show starts at 8.
Mm-hmm.
So we got there at about 8:15, and there had to be a line of maybe 500 people going all the way around, snaking around the whole building.
Wow.
Well, this woman that we're with, for lack of a better name, Demi, I love this lady.
Right.
What she does, she said, I'm not waiting in this line. She said, first off, she keeps calling him Larry Black or Lawrence Black. She doesn't even know who he is. She just knows
he's a famous comedian.
That he's funny, and that her boyfriend thinks, we all think he's funny.
Yeah, I love
She says, well, I'm not going to stand in that line to see Larry Black. She said, let's just walk right through. She says, look, they're just dumb college kids. She said, come on, let's do this. I said, Demi, you're right. Let's go. So the next thing you know, she and I are walking up front, and Frida's walking behind with Ashton, and we just go through one of the double doors. I just say to, whatever the slacker is, excuse me, son, walk right past. We absolutely butted right to the head of the line.
Wow, good job.
Nobody says anything. We go down and
because you're grown-ups. Mm-hmm.
We get not front row seats, but very close seats.
Right.
So we're very happy. We're sitting in this Hoosiers gymnasium, and this is where being old sucks, because the show was supposed to start at 8.
Right.
It's 9:15, and the show hasn't started. The warm-up guy comes out at 9:15. He's okay. He's got some funny shtick, but he's not Louis Black.
Right.
He performs until 9:45, at which time he says, now, there's going to be about a 30-minute break, and you can go buy the Louis Black merchandise. Lou will be out here in about a half an hour. Now, these are all college kids. They're all bombed and on X and everything else. They don't care. Me, I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at my watch going, Jesus Christ, I am old, because I thought I'd be at home by now. But I don't want to say anything. I don't want
to... you don't want to ruin the evening.
I don't want to be the one. So we're just sitting there, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and that's when there is still, even with an age difference between fellas, as there is between Ashton and myself.
Right.
He caught my eye at one point, and I gave him a look that said, get me out of here.
And he was hip enough to pick it up?
Here's what he says. He says, hey, you know what, guys? My ADD is killing me. I can't sit here and wait for this.
Right.
And that's what he says, because he's young and hip.
Sure.
He says, my ADD is killing me. Meanwhile, Denise says, oh, I want to see Larry Black. And he said, no, you know what? Forget it. It's after 10 o'clock. Let's get out of here. So the guy's doing me a gigantic favor.
Right.
By getting me the freak out of this place.
Sure.
We leave, and as we're walking away, I said to him, God, you don't know, I couldn't stand. He said to me, you couldn't stand it from the moment we walked in? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I knew. He said, we had to stay for a while, and very nice conversation, a very nice guy. I got the feeling that he was treating me like I was Grandpa Simpson. And listen, I don't mean anything mean by this at all. I got the feeling
like he wanted to get you home.
Yeah, he was hip to my vibe that I didn't want.
You totally weren't into it,
right? So. It's like he has to put on this charade to make it like he wants to leave. So then they go out and they load Frida and I into the car. And I imagine as we're driving away and they're waving, that he's saying, boy, that old fart couldn't wait to go home to get to bed. Do you want to go back in and see Lewis Black now, or
did they do it? Do you know if they did it? Did they go back?
They did not.
Okay,
but maybe he was just sympathizing you on a guy-to-guy level.
Yeah.
Maybe as a guy, he wanted out of there too.
I think so, but I'm sure whatever he ended up doing.
How old is the guy?
Hey,
I'm just curious.
I'm not allowed
to say that
because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And if I guessed. I could guess on.
You get in trouble.
Yeah. I could guess.
I'm not trying. Hey, I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
I could guess on the low side.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The low.
You don't want to do that.
The low side. And besides, in that situation, you can't compete. When you're an old guy like me, and you're there with my wife and Demi, who's just a wonderful lady, and I'm glad she's happy with this guy. But I couldn't help myself while we're sitting at dinner. Wondering, I'm looking at him going, my God, what are you doing sitting here with me? Not because I'm so great or I'm so awful, but it's like, hey, dude, I understand why you're with her. Okay? I can see that.
Sure.
But was it going to be part of the deal that you're going to have to go out with other old people?
Well, you're a hip cat.
Perhaps he's mature for his age.
I ain't that hip. I mean, keep in mind, my big crisis yesterday was finding that goddamn 1981 Green Bay Packers sweatshirt. And anyways, I want to say it to both of them.
So, but it sounds to me like he makes you a little uneasy.
No, Mike, absolutely. Here's the only thing that made me uneasy. When he said to me at the end of the night...
When you felt like he was putting you in the car.
No, and that was good. When he asked me to buy him a six-pack. That's when I felt a little awkward.
I don't think you were supposed to say that part.
No, I think it's me. It's me. It's not him. It's me. Yeah. And I brought up you and Carla.
I think you brought what?
I brought up you and Carla a couple of times.
You did?
Well, it's the only way that you can address this when you're with... I said, hey, listen, and they get along great. I said, it's like Mike and Carla. Not that I would ever know, not that Mike would ever ask me out to socialize with Carla like you two have, Ashton and Demi, because, Mike knows I would talk about it on the radio.
Right.
I said, but it's an interesting dynamic to watch.
Right.
Because, here's the thing. This other woman, Demi, she's about our age, a little younger, but she thinks young.
Yeah.
My wife is older than me, and she thinks young. There was a young guy at this table. There was also a guy, me.
Do you think women in that situation do that?
Huh?
Do you think women in that situation think young? Because even though I've got a younger girlfriend, I don't think young. I'm still old.
No. See,
I still act and behave old.
Of all of the people at the table, their age notwithstanding, I think, how would the new age farts put it? Spiritually, they were probably all 21.
Right.
Spiritually,
yes.
I'm about 87.
Yeah, but I think I like hanging around with people who are a little younger than myself because I think it's a good young influence on me. I've been this age since I was 19.
Anyway,
though I said I act old. I don't because I colored my beard, so that doesn't count. Well, that doesn't count. Right? The way you act, you can have a colored beard, but I don't do that anymore.
They're very nice. We want to thank them.
We're not that old, incidentally. We're talking like we're 90.
And you know what? Of all the people on the show, I'm by far the oldest. Even
you
though
are
I'm
the
the
oldest
youngest.
soul.
Oldest soul.
I mean,
you are
that-
without
it's true.
question the oldest soul.
So it really doesn't matter.
And I mean, he is the youngest, and he remembers things that he shouldn't remember.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you to Demi and Ashton, and I'm sorry that I stiffed you on the Lewis Black thing, but
Larry
dude,
Black.
ticket says 8:00. You know it's 10:00.
Sucks.
Ashton knew.
College.
I got to go to bed.
So 10 o'clock, the guy's still not on stage?
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's a ripoff.
On the way, and I was just such a jerk. On the way home, I said to Frida, "Do you think they're mad?" She said, "No, they're fine. We had a great time." She said, "But really, what was the deal? Are you tired?" I said, "No, tomorrow it's." She said, "What? What?" I said, "It's the game.
Football.
It's the Packers game." She said, "It's 10:00 at night. The game's at 1:00 tomorrow." I said, "I'm excited. I got to get my sleep.
Had to lay out your socks.
I got to find my clothes."
Right.
But that's the weekend. Mike is watching these Red Sox games.
Yeah.
Now, they get killed in every single game except last night's game.
Yeah, and on Saturday night's game, they got decimated.
Please to be telling everybody what you told me. Speaking of your girlfriend, because you did this in front of Carl.
I'm going to work backwards because I'm going to say that last night, although I'm dragging today, I am tired because of that late night game. They won last night, and it was even if they lose, which the overwhelming odds is they're going to lose the series. They gave me a lot of pleasure. I was actually thinking about, and I like that. I like men who give me pleasure.
Give me a lot of pleasure.
But I was Saturday night was when there was still hope. It was the game that got rained out on Friday, and I was kind of bummed about that because I wanted to come home. I had my daughters, put them to bed, and I really wanted to sit back and enjoy the game. And so wasn't able to do that. Saturday night is the first of the home games, and I said, there's plenty of hope.
Not related to this, but it's a baseball thing.
Yeah.
What is it with the Red Sox? All their helmets are so dirty. The batting helmets.
Well, it's not only the Red Sox that do that, but the Red Sox are dirt dogs anyway, and which is I was talking to somebody about, which I don't like. That's pine tar. That's pine tar.
All I know is that when they came up, it looks like they got a bunch of mud on their batting helmet, and the Yankees helmets are shiny and pristine.
Well, the Yankees are allowed to behave in a certain way that is a lot different than the Red Sox, and I don't know whether it says anything, but they're also leading the series 3-1. So, draw your own conclusions there. But I'm sitting there, and I think I had a conversation with somebody during one of my many moods about that, too. The moods were interesting, and because this is a game where you didn't have to wait long before they just got racked. And I'm filled with still the wide-eyed hope that things are going to turn around. That, hey, they're back at home. We still have a really good chance. It's going to be incredible. And then the moods... Slowly, I think, let me see the first mood. The first mood would be...
When did anger first come up?
All right, anger would be quiet anger. Mellow anger would be even before the game started. I was not a pleasant person to be around last week. I wasn't. I mean, I was very tense about this. It means a lot to me.
I thought you were wonderful.
I follow this team. You know how into it I get, right? And that was followed by real anger. I mean, the kind of anger where... I'm looking around and I'm saying I want to smash something. Yeah. I want to throw something, but I didn't. And in the meantime, the language coming out of my mouth is I am just hurling obscenities, and I'm making it much more personal than it really should be for these individuals. Everything I can throw at these guys, I'm throwing at them, and I'm also looking inside myself and saying, well, this is it. Now that's followed immediately by total defeat. Total defeat is when it replaces rage, and usually during the total defeat phase of a Red Sox fan, you go through what I would say is the play acting of saying you're going to abandon them. We all, I'm sure, do it, and we say things along the lines of, "This is it. I've had it. I'm fed up. Forget it. Mm-hmm. Forget it. Forget it." Really, seriously, this is the year. I'm done. And you have fantasies about taking all your Red Sox hats and your jerseys and your sweatshirts and putting them in the fireplace and burning them up. But you don't. You sit there, and meanwhile, they're losing worse and worse and worse. Every time they start to get close, the Yankees they're crushing them. It's beyond a football score.
I know.
So, the
Yankees scored more than, I think, 8 NFL teams.
Right. Wow. Then after that, when it becomes clear the game is completely out of reach, when it becomes clear that the team... Defeatism, which means you're going to give up on them, is replaced by something that's always gotten me through these moments. And I said to Carla, open a bottle of wine. And we open a bottle of wine as the game is going on.
I got hiccups.
And, they're still getting killed. But as the wine begins to course through my veins, I decide to get more comfortable.
I'll drink to that.
And I go into the closet. I take all my clothes off. I've got my underwear on, and I've got a Red Sox cap on. And I come out, and Carla looks at me like, seriously, I'm out of my mind. And I go, I love these guys.
So you're just in your underpants?
I love them.
And the Red Sox hat.
And I didn't even tell you this, I begin to do a little dance. Because I'm just so fed up, and it's like, what the hell? I love them. And I'm saying this at a level, she's as close to me as you are.
Right.
But I'm saying it at a level like this. I love them, and I'm coming back next year. And I'm going to go to spring training games, and I'm going to take a trip up to Boston, and I'm going to have fun with them. And I'm going to watch the game tomorrow night.
In your underwear.
Probably going to lose.
In just your underwear with your Red Sox hat on.
Standing there, with underwear that's maybe a little small for me, and with my big old gut hanging out, and I'm going, I love these guys, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it all over again. And I was thinking, because really, during the defeatism part, even though it's a play act, you're lying to yourself, but the words are coming out of your mouth, and you're maybe having those thoughts. You're having those thoughts that you're going to abandon them. The whole thing is what idiots we were. Everything written in the Globe was, hey, how do we buy into it? How do we get into this? What happened? Well, what happened was, we're fans. We're the best fans of any sport in any team competition in the world. These fans come back, and Rob says it to me all the time. You love to make them hurt you. Yeah, and that's what it is. Yeah. So acceptance is followed by, and then the little dance of, hey, I'm going to stick with them, and I watch it to the bitter end, and
that's where they lost 19-8, right?
Yeah, and I just I think I drifted off to sleep in a state of total melancholy, and woke up in the morning kind of feeling melancholy too. Happy that there was one more game to play, and now, thank God, one more game to play.
When you dance, how does Carla receive that?
She's amused.
There is no fear.
If I did it in front of you, the dance, I can show you what it is a little bit. So I put my hands in. It's kind of like the penguin dance, and I'm just like. I kind of pushed my hands down, and I'm just going, yeah.
But Rob picturing just his underpants.
Right.
God, tell
with
me.
the Red Sox
I could show you it that way, but it would look a little silly here in the studio.
No, hold on, Mike. You know what? Hold on. Jeez, we got Mark Cuban.
Okay.
Can you talk about the vomit?
Last night I mixed the wrong items together.
They won last night.
They won, but the stress.
Red Sox won last night.
The stress and a combination of different things that I'd ingested, alcohol and otherwise. I don't know, but it resulted in me praying to the porcelain god.
Oh my God!
And just once, very brief, the shot, and then I felt better after that. It was and congratulations to David Ortiz for the walk-off home run. That is all we needed. Okay, you can lose today. If they lose today, it'll be at least they gave us one. They didn't just lie down. If they had laid down, it would have been just as bad as those tragic defeats that they have. But they gave us one. So now we're in that category where it's all gravy. Here's how they can do it, though.
What?
They can still do it. I just want to tell you this. They can still come back
and still lose
if they somehow miraculously forced a Game 7 or something like that, and then lost it in the bottom of the ninth. They can do it. And that means they did it to us twice in one championship series.
And that's really what...
That's what you want.
Oh, of course.
That's what you want. You want
it on.
You want
Bring it to me.
You want them to come back and win tonight. You wanted to go to Game 7, and then you want them to lose it in the bottom of the ninth.
Yes! Please, give it to me. Beat me, whip me, chain me.
What kind of wine do you drink when you watch a Sox game?
Anything that's available.
Oh, okay. I thought there was perhaps...
Kind of ran out of it last night.
Got to the cooking wine level?
Got to...
I had to switch.
Yeah, I got to the Irish whiskey.
So, recapping...
wine, then Irish whiskey, can't understand why you threw up.
Don't mind that I throw it. A match down there.
Here's a little advice for all of you drinkers at home. Don't mix those two.
No?
They don't go well. Especially after corned beef and cabbage.
What do you got? You got plus.
Well, I made notes. So, to recap Mike's moods, it went from quiet anger to real anger, where it got personal and there was language. Then there was a period of self-analysis, followed by a feeling of defeat, surrender, and acceptance. That was followed by drinking, which was followed by the cap and underpants, which I call the insanity phase. That was followed by melancholy, and then finally, as with all Red Sox fans, hope.
And vomit.
Yeah,
and then vomit, but not really a mood.
Vomit Friday on ABC.
And we're about
TGIF. Yeah.
And I would like to warn all of you right now. We are, and I know you warned me in the office, but we are about 45 minutes away from me losing focus.
Please.
I know.
Stay focused on the show.
You can have gum. But who knows? Something bad could happen.
When we come back, we'll be talking to Mark Cuban.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Paul's here. Meets the guy from Neil Clark Warren. You can cart your kids everywhere. And you feel like you've got to be in a half dozen places at once.
Well, you can't, but you can stay in touch with OnStar Personal Calling.
Imagine that. You're in the car and Neil Clark Warren calls on OnStar for your kid.
Can you imagine that? Wouldn't that'd be scary?
OnStar Personal Calling is a hands-free phone built into all OnStar-equipped vehicles.
I don't know how they do it. I'm not a technological wizard, but I will tell you the thing that amazes me about OnStar and the personal calling, the built-in cell phone that you have in your car seems to have better reception and work better than any cell phone I've ever had, and I mean that is the truth.
No kidding, Sherlock.
Yes.
I'm there with you. I mean, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it really does work well, and you'll find it on over 50 GM models, including vehicles with an MSRP around $16,000.
And for instance, if I'm in the middle of nowhere, I just say dial NCW.
Right.
Calls Neil Clark Warren.
Neil Clark Warren's waiting for your call always.
If you don't have OnStar, please to be going to OnStar.com.
The Don and Mike Show.
Yes, we are.
WKK.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
There are a couple things going on around town we want you to know about. Oh, Don and Mike, is this true?
Two favorite radio guys. I know you're a big fan of this.
I am!
In the afternoon at 4 o'clock today, right out in front of their studios in Fairfax, they're going to dip themselves into 500 pounds of soaking wet hot chocolate. They're going to come out, they're going to dry, and then they invite the general public to come, as they say, to bite off pieces of them.
Yes, you can. Now, I thought about this. I mean, because I do like them very much, but they don't. I mean, they just strike me as kind of. I've never seen them, but they sound kind of maybe stuffy. But they're going to wrap themselves in plastic first.
They're both very attractive men.
And I already announced that
I'm gay.
Anyway, so you can do that.
The Don and Mike Show.
Don't give me your problems.
You can call Don and Mike anytime from anywhere in America. 877-365-3636. They're ready to believe you.
Yeah. And now a word from Beth Ann McBride, our producer.
God, I can't do this.
Thanks, Beth Ann.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Now operating with a 7-day delay. The Don and Mike Show.
God, I can't do this. God, I can't do this.
Apparently she was having a tough time cutting a commercial today. Very good.
God, I can't do this.
Or write your own.
Wasn't she saying that to Jonathan?
God, I can't do this.
I love it.
When he came down to the office.
Just for a visit or so?
With the toys.
God, I can't do this.
The amazing Jonathan.
Mark Cuban. The crazy Mark Cuban is on the telephone. Hello, Mark.
What's up, guys?
Here he is, Mark Cuban, everybody. Crazy millionaire.
Thanks for coming on the show again, Mark.
Oh, my pleasure. Wait, millionaire? Did I lose that much money this week?
Billionaire.
Billionaire.
Yeah, crazy billionaire. That's
billionaire.
Right. Absolutely is.
And benefactor. Now, Mark, I'm so glad you're back on the show. Please to be telling us why it is that ABC is screwing you with the benefactor.
Stupid is as stupid does, I guess. You know, we had the worst time slot in all of network television because we weren't even on in some major markets. Like, you couldn't even watch the show in Miami and Denver and in Salt Lake City, and it was on like 2 in the morning in other markets. So, you know, they gave us this tough time slot, which I understood going in that it was going to be a battle, but we just couldn't overcome it. We had decent numbers for the time slot, but not good enough overall.
Yeah, that's the way it works in big time TV.
So what is the deal that they're taking the last 4 and cutting them down, cutting them to 2? And how do you feel about your experience on The Benefactor? What do you think about The Apprentice? What do you think about the show with Branson?
Well, I don't know anything about the Branson show, and The Apprentice is so predictable right now. I mean, it's just like you know exactly what's going to happen before it happens. And, you know, it's all right. And, honestly, I say this with all candor. I thought our show was better. But, what I found out is I talked to different people. If you are a reality show junkie, you probably like The Apprentice and the traditional reality shows better because they're really formulaic. If you weren't typically into reality shows, then people started getting in. We were their first reality show. The Benefactor was the first reality show they really liked because it was unpredictable. So I think it took a little bit of time to get used to, but our audience was building. It just wasn't building enough.
Now, you're a tenacious guy. Are you going to come back and try your hand at something different? Are you going to retool this, or are you just going to chalk it up to something that...
I don't know. I mean, it was a great experience. I'd do it again. I mean, I learned a lot. I mean, I didn't develop the show, and the guys who put it together... They were these English guys who used to always just say, "Oh, Americans will love this. Will love this."
Mark, hold on. And who am I to lecture you, the great Mark Cuban, a billionaire? That's your first problem. Hire American. Hire American. But anyway, I digress.
That's my first problem. You have no idea. I remember one meeting. They said, "You're the talent, so just shut up and let us do our job." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Oh no,
but, that's okay. It was a great experience. I learned. Now my mind's turning. Ways to do it better, do it again. But I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear. I mean, I'm involved in so many other entertainment things.
Well, what did you? Before we talk about your other entertainment things and your basketball team, what did you do this weekend that would make the rest of us insanely jealous?
Good question.
What did you weekend?
Mark Cuban, you just had 48 hours of nonstop communist partying till you puke. You're Mark Cuban.
What did I do? I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I live in Dallas now. So it was the Steelers versus the Cowboys. So I flew in 6 of my high school buddies, and we all went. And I have a 50-yard line suite at the Cowboys stadium, and we went and just drank ourselves sick and watched the Cowboys lose to the Steelers.
Oh, you are my favorite.
Listen, that's what guys want to hear. Because if you had $1 billion, what would you do?
That's what
you would do. Hire a plane, fly your buddies in.
Absolutely.
Go to the game. Let me mention tonight.
Sorry about that game, incidentally.
Tonight on HDNet, a fabulous special to bikinis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of those bikini shows.
Are you doing bikini destinations again tonight?
Oh, yeah. Actually, we just hired this guy, Art Mann, who did the Wild On shows at E!
Oh, yes.
And so we gave him the best of both worlds. We're like, okay, lots of hot women, lots of crazy parties, put them all together, and if people get naked, we'll deal with it then.
And I like, I like your HDNet movies, too. I think it's...
Yeah, it's cool. And you know what, that's part of the entertainment side we're doing. We just we created HDNet Films where we're creating our own movies now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we just did one on Enron called Black Magic. We just bought one that we're getting ready to release this week called Voices of Iraq, which is really intense.
And I know that only like 2% of America has high definition television now. But what?
No, that number is growing. Do you realize that every single big screen high def set sold right now is high definition?
But this is going to be my point. Even though a relatively small percentage of America has it, we don't care because we all have it. So we love. we love talking about it. So
and even when I first got my high definition set, I mean. You go into, if you want to sell high-definition television, you put it on Mark's network.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
I mean, there's just nothing that shows it better. And you've been doing it, I mean, you were doing it before anybody was doing it.
Oh, yeah. My buddy and I that started the company, Phil Garvin, we started it in September 2001. Talk about a tough slot. But it's just grown since. Everybody who sees it loves it. And, talk about the Benefactor. We're going to show all 8 episodes in full high def. The thing was shot in high def, and ABC wouldn't show it in high def.
Oh, really?
That should have been my trigger right there.
Yeah, it costs a little more money to show a show in high def.
Yeah, and it's really cool because all the stuff that you've seen happen, watching it in high def is crazy because you can see it turned out really, really good.
I have a question about HDTV.
Sure.
But because there's not a lot of high-definition programming available, it's great for football and baseball, but if you want to watch a show, I end up going I got DirecTV, like Channel 79, which is HDNet. And there's an interview show with some guy, I don't know the name of the guy.
Higher definition?
Yeah, but
Robert Reliance.
Anyway, he's interviewing, simply my favorite, Kevin Smith. And he sets up the interview by saying, it started out bad, it ended up pretty good, there's some profanity in it. Please enjoy it. So I sit back in my chair. I think, great. When Kevin Smith starts cussing, it's beeped out. And when the host starts cussing to show Kevin Smith that it's cool to cuss,
right,
they beep it out.
Mm-hmm.
So the question for you, Mark, is why is it beeped out? I know that I've seen...
You know why? Because with some of the cable companies we signed up with, because we don't have a West Coast feed yet, and that'll change by the end of the year. The show airs like 9 o'clock on the East and 6 o'clock on the West.
Oh. But
we can't cuss on the West Coast.
But what's the difference? I mean, do you pick your movies that way? Because I know that I've seen movies that have been on high def
R-rated and everything.
Yeah, right.
Well, the R-rated movies we'll put on later at night, but the ones that are going to show 6, 7 o'clock on the West Coast, we will blur out or beep out. But like I said, that's going to change because we'll have a West Coast feed starting before the end of the year, hopefully, and so we'll just be able to show. It'll always be on 8 o'clock in the West Coast.
Okay, all right, so it's always a time issue. And is it an FCC thing that you're dealing with there? Or?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right, I didn't know that.
And the other great thing about, I don't know how you ended up with the show, but if you get Mark Cuban's HD net, you're going to get Hogan's Heroes in high def.
Wow. You know how we got that show?
How'd you get it?
Because I bought a company called Reicher Entertainment, and they own half the rights to Hogan's Heroes.
Oh,
and so now I own half of Colonel Klink.
And occasionally you'll throw on Charlie's Angels, too,
Yeah,
right?
so we went out, because the reason is, the movies and TV shows that were shot in film, 35 millimeter film, have enough resolution that you can convert them to high def. And so many TV shows in the 80s and 90s were shot on tape, just regular videotape, and that's not high enough resolution. So you have to go back to the old-time TV shows in order to get TV shows shot on film so you can convert them.
I think when we talked before, we mentioned that last year when the whole Kobe thing happened, you had the nads to say, hey, this is going to make people watch the game. Now that Phil Jackson's got his book coming out, Shaq is down in Miami, Kobe is by himself, you've got your team. What are you going to say this year that makes David Stern find you? Are you mad about anything? Are you happy?
Somebody will do something stupid, and
Are you happy that Shaq's out of your conference?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, you guys know I got fined $100,000 already, don't you?
For what? No, I didn't know.
I knew you did. Because
I didn't know. For what?
You know how they complained in the Olympics that they didn't have enough time to practice, and that's why they got beat so bad?
Right.
Well, then they turn around and they put together a rule for our preseason practices that saying we couldn't practice scrimmage more than 21 hours a week. I'm like, wait a second, could we do anything more stupid to shoot ourselves in the forehead? And that was the quote, and they said, oh, you think we're stupid? We'll see how stupid we are.
Oh, that one I didn't know about. No, I didn't know you were fined for that.
There's a brand new one.
It's such a stupid rule that I said something to him, and boom, I got nailed again. But that's okay, it was worth it.
A brand new one. And there in Dallas, where you live, how do people treat you? Do people treat you with reverence? Do people treat you like you're the crazy billionaire? Are you a regular guy?
I mean, a regular guy. Everybody's really nice to me. I mean, the show did really well. We won our time slot 3 out of 4 weeks in Dallas. So, and people on the streets, like when I was at the Cowboys game yesterday, everybody's really cool to me. And so it's just, if I'm out on the town, the best part though, when I go out with my buddies, no one lets me buy a drink. It's just like, you gotta let me buy you a drink. I'm like,
nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, listen,
they're not throwing drinks at me, they're buying me drinks.
So you're a rich guy, you're a billionaire, you're a cool guy. We're on a really bad time slot in Dallas.
It sucks.
Yes, why don't you just buy a station?
Yeah, we were going to ask you, that was going to be the last thing we were going to ask you, is just buy a station and put us on so we can be heard on our
I got to step in the middle of the night to listen to you guys. It's like in God's hour, right?
Yeah, that's right. In God's... That's funny. You saying God's hour. You're not, now, let me ask, unrelated, I don't know your stance either way. Who are you for president? Crazy billionaire Mark Cuban. Who are you for?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm leaning towards Kerry, but I haven't made up my mind.
No, are you undecided? Mark Cuban, you can't be one of the great undecideds.
Here's what happened. I was definitely going Kerry. Then I watched this movie that we just bought called Voices of Iraq, which this guy handed out 150 video cameras around Iraq, and I got to see what the people of Iraq really thought, rather than what the media wanted us to think they thought.
Okay,
and that opened my eyes up. Bush scares me in a lot of areas. Kerry's still a great unknown. I was leaning more towards Kerry because of the way he handles small business and this tax credit stuff that I liked. But after watching this, I realized I have to do more homework. But this movie, Voices of Iraq, was a killer, man.
Well, dude, you've only got 2 weeks, though. You've only got 2 weeks.
I know. I'm going to have to do a lot of homework.
When are you going to run this movie, Voices of Iraq?
It opens up. I think we're going to get it out because we're just getting all the videotapes back from Iraq. I think it's going to open up the 29th of October in major cities, 10 major cities. But if you want information, go to voicesofiraq.com.
Now, if you had to vote today, if you had to vote right now today,
Carrot.
All right.
Right.
There you go. Don't move that.
Well, I really, and for some of you, that I read as much as I can, and I do believe that we don't get everything out of Iraq that we should as far as the news. I'm really looking forward to you putting that together and getting that out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'll give you one scene from it. There was this one instance where they showed a car that had just been bombed up, and they showed that the media was coming in to cover, but all the media is covered by all these armored cars. They have an entourage that protects them when they go in to cover these explosions.
Right.
And so this is just an Iraqi citizen holding this digital video camera, standing behind all these other people, and you see the media coming in, you see the frenzy, you see the protesters come in and start throwing stuff and screaming and yelling, then you see the media leave, and then you see all the protesters just leave.
Yeah.
And then you see all the Iraqis there just smiling and shaking their heads.
Oh, wow. So it's
crazy, but then but you hear things from both sides. It's kind of apolitical. It shows you both sides of the fence.
Great.
All right, dude. All right, listen, it's always good to talk to you, Crazy Mark Cuban. Everybody, please watch The Benefactor. It's tonight and next Monday night.
Next Monday's the finale, and I got to tell you, the entertainment value, particularly in the next week, isn't just the fact that I'm giving away $1 million. It's the fact they put 3 episodes into one, and it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks do a reality show. It's crazy.
Well, it is always you're into so many things. It is always so fantastic to talk to you because it's really a lot of the stuff that you're into. We're into also, and always a pleasure to have you.
Except the money part.
Except the money. We're
I was drive by that station in Dallas.
Yeah, just go ahead and do that. We'd appreciate it.
All right, nice talking to you, Mark.
Okay, guys. Thanks
All right,
so much.
we'll see you, dude.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. There he is. Beth Ann, what'd you think of that?
God, I can't do this.
I can't wait to see those crazy eyes bouncing around in high def.
God, I can't do this.
Hey, thank you, Crazy Mark Cuban.
God, I can't do this.
Hey, Beth Ann.
And Beth Ann is good email buddies with him, which is why he's on the show now. And he had actually written to Beth Ann saying, I really dig the show, but why is it on at midnight? Mm-hmm. Like it's our choice to be on at midnight in Dallas?
Well, who knows? Maybe I think we're talking to one of the power brokers of Dallas, Texas.
What do you think, Beth Ann?
God, I can't do this.
I know. All right, we'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Sacramento, California. Hello.
Larry King, I want to commend you on your choice of spinners tonight.
It is black.
I know it. That's quality, though. This money that belongs to the Iraqi people, can they get that back from Saddam? And are we going to get Don and Mike on the Armed Forces radio over and over?
Good question. That's a good question. Nick, Christopher, can they get the money some way to send that money back to the people? He probably took it from them.
The Don and Mike Show.
Let's take a call. Cape, California. Hello.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Don Imus. How you doing today? Love your radio show. Can you tell me what happened to Don and Mike in New York City? If they're not on live anymore?
Are they back on? They were taken off for a while. Are they on or out of... Not on the air in New York, Don?
Don and Mike?
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're on or not. Well,
Don and Mike are on. They're on in Washington, right? Don and Mike.
I think that's where they originated from. Yeah.
Las Vegas. Hello.
Reluctantly, here's Don and Mike.
Friday, we'll have Rich Eisen on from the NFL Network, NFL Total Access. This is brought to us by Tower Records and Tower.com. Nobody has a bigger selection of the music and movies you love than Tower. Rich's show, NFL Total Access. It's 2 hours tonight, starting at 7 on the East Coast. And for information, go to NFL.com.
Very good.
Maybe you heard of that website. See that?
Yeah.
I acted like I wasn't even caring, but I knew exactly what he was going to sing.
Yeah, man, you do that real good. Can't help it.
What do you think of that, Beth Ann?
God, I can't do this.
I know.
No, not many people can, Beth Ann. I wouldn't worry about that.
Skill. Okay, we're waiting for Odell today, right?
Yes, Odell.
Right, Odell. Odell, while we wait for Odell, you got the... Oh, here we go. Mike?
Yes?
Do you know there's been a lot of information about Christopher Reeve and other famous celebrities who are ill and not doing well?
All right.
May I ask you what you've done to think, light a candle, say a prayer for Mark Almond?
Mark Almond?
Bastard.
Who is Mark Almond?
He is soft sell.
God. What's his malady?
Oh, let me see. He was in a motorcycle accident.
Not doing well, is he?
He has severe head injuries. And anyway, nobody's talking about it.
That's a shame.
And I want to say that for about 5 minutes in 1982, before I had to play it 8,000 times on the radio, I loved this song. And now Mark Almond, is battling for his life.
I don't want to hurt him if he's able to listen to us right now.
Well,
and maybe he isn't if he's battling for his life.
I don't think so. He's got severe head injuries. But
God, I can't do this.
I feel I must be honest when I say I hated that song from the moment it came out. I didn't like it. And then, just like you, because it was played and played and played, and it is still played. And I couldn't, and I hated the whole thing. Tainted Love, Soft Cell.
Here's the thing. When it first came out, when it was just Tainted Love, it was cool. Mm-hmm. Then it was Where Did Our Love Go, which was added on, which was also cool. Mm-hmm. Then it was the remix. Then it was the remix, and this is before we have remixes now. Yeah. Then it was the remix of 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 the remix.
And somehow it was became one of the most sampled songs in the world.
Yeah. And every radio station in the world decided it was right for them. Mm-hmm. WGN in Chicago was playing this record. They didn't know why they're playing it. No. They're doing farm reports at the top of the hour with goddamn Wally Phillips, but still, they're playing Mark Almond.
I think it must be said that Mark was not driving the motorcycle. He was riding on back of it.
I'm glad that gives you some pleasure, Rob.
Way to go, John Kerry. Lynn Cheney's going to call you.
I'm not saying nothing.
Anyway,
PFMA.
Let's see.
Pray for Mark Almond. Right.
Whenever Odell calls in, let's see if she can recognize the name Mark Almond.
Mark Almond. Is the last name spelled like the nut?
Yes, it is.
Mark Almond.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes.
And do you pronounce it almond or almond?
Almond.
Almond?
Almond. The L with me is almost silent. It's almond.
I don't pronounce the L. Almond. I do.
Almond brothers.
Almond.
No, it's
all. Now wait, you pronounce. See, wait, hold on.
All men, as in brothers.
Right.
Almond. I thought you said almond when you first said it, but almond. You pronounce the L?
I say yes. I say almond.
Is that a Midwestern thing? Is that your Midwestern sensibility?
I think so. They tend back east tend more to say almonds.
Well, no, I don't say almonds. I say almond.
The guys.
Can I
have some more breaking news time here?
Yes, go right ahead.
Because we do have.
Have you heard? Have you heard anything about Mark?
How's he been?
How is he been? How's he been?
No, we have a copy of something that's in the news. It might be in Buzz's news. I apologize if it is. Hitler is in the news again.
Again?
Yes, he is.
He's giving.
This is true. A secret tape made of Adolf Hitler talking with a top Scandinavian military official has been found in Finland.
Wow.
It is considered the only surviving example of what Hitler sounded like when he spoke normally.
When he wasn't screaming.
Now, really, this is not a joke.
No. Don't we have the tape?
Well, hold on. We do.
Okay.
We really do. The tape, made by a Finnish sound engineer in 1942, was broadcast last night on Finnish public radio. It is a record. It can't be a 45. It was like a 78 RPM record. Beast Speaks in rare Hitler tape.
Wow.
So
using his regular guy voice.
Here he is from 1942.
1942, all the way back in 42.
Adolf Hitler.
Hey, it's your old buddy Rob Spiewak back again for Dark Cars Chrysler of Fairfax. And there's a million reasons to shop at Dark Cars Chrysler, but I'll let you in on the best reason.
All right, there it is.
Fun to say.
That's not
coincidence. Dark Cars.
It's Hitler.
Say it with me. Dark Cars.
Now,
Dark Cars Chrysler of Fairfax.
Going back into his old yelling thing.
And you see the quality is real bad. Like from a 1942
quality.
They're all about the saving $10,000 on in-stock minivans or the unreal clearance.
Okay, is Odell on the phone? Okay, Odell's.
Wow.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to play that one. I want to play this one.
Yeah, the Access Hollywood music.
Right. Back from a grueling weekend. She's working a one-day week this week. Or she's working one day and taking tomorrow off. From Accent Hollywood, here is Nancy Odell from Access Hollywood. Hollywood. I'm kidding about that. Hey, Nancy.
How have you been?
How have you been? The question
What's
is,
going on?
you've already taped the beginning for Access Hollywood today. You didn't say it to Billy today, did you?
Well, Billy was out today because he had a baby over the weekend.
He had a baby.
Congratulations.
It's amazing what technology can do. Billy had a baby over the weekend.
Very.
Hey, you were the joke. So you've got
No, he
some.
really did have a little baby girl, though, he and his wife.
Well, pass along our congratulations to him.
I will let him know.
So
he
he-
has 3 little girls. Can you imagine Billy running around with 3 little girls?
Oh,
He's
his
not,
daughters are great.
so he's not there. You've got who's the fill-in guy when Billy's not there?
Tony Potts.
Tony Potts.
Tony Potts.
Potts.
Teapots?
Never heard of him.
All right.
But I'll watch tonight.
Teapot.
I'll watch tonight. Let me ask you. We were just talking about entertainment. Do you know who Mark Almond is?
Is he one of the Almond brothers?
No, he's not. It's Almond like Almond Joy.
Mark Almond.
I can't believe that tonight on Access Hollywood, you're not going to be devoting time to. Let me play you this. Remember this dumb song, Tainted Love?
Tainted Love, baby.
Right. Go on.
That's Mark Almond.
That's
That's
him.
Mark Almond?
Yes.
He was in a motorcycle accident.
Nothing.
Oh, is he okay?
Well, well, no, he got his ahead.
Isn't he fighting for life right now?
Yeah, but anyway.
We were wondering if Access Hollywood would have anything on there about
We
it.
didn't have anything on that, but I'm going to call and find out what we didn't because I like the Tainted Love song.
And this is what
We
we
do
do.
have Rod Stewart on tonight. I go shopping with Rod Stewart as he's promoting his another edition of his American classic music.
Now, based on his track record, Nancy, I have to ask this. Did Rod Stewart hit on you?
I got you on speakerphone. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that.
Okay. Did Rod
Say it
Stewart?
again.
Did he hit on you?
No, he's got a girlfriend, Penny Lancaster.
And isn't he? I know that you were talking about he's got some record coming out, but isn't he also doing a show with MTV that's going to be like the Ozzy show?
So, they actually asked him about doing that, but I don't think he's going to do it.
Because I heard that
They asked him about it. There was
Oh,
a
they said
rumor
no?
around town that said he was going to do it, but
What do you want?
he's not on for it yet.
How much
He does
money-
have like a bunch of his daughters still live on his property.
He strikes me as a very, very cool guy. Was it fun hanging out with him?
Much fun. You know what? He's one of those people that, he gets it. And so we were having fun. We went shopping, to promote his American Classic and what he's doing just to do something different. And so he was picking out clothes for me to try on, and then he was buying stuff, and then
Nice.
he was singing outside the dressing room, entertaining me as I was trying on the clothes. It's a great way to go shopping.
With Rod Stewart.
Are you going to listen? Before I ask you what you might or might not have tonight, if you're going to have Rod Stewart on, what is your lead tonight on Accent Hollywood?
The lead is Brittany saying bye-bye.
Now, do you believe that? I don't believe that about Zitney.
I do, because I've interviewed her so many times, and we've talked about it a lot off camera, too, about how difficult it's been for her and just having a normal life and growing up in the spotlight. And so she just said she wants to back out of the spotlight for at least for a little while, and she announced it via her website today, and we confirmed it with her peeps. She says
Zitney
that she's
Federline.
ready to let some of the, quote, all the other overexposed blondes on the cover of Us Weekly be everyone's entertainment.
Also, I did some, I can't say I did research. I was on a website about Zitney Federline, and in the days since she's been married, I don't know how many days, how long since she married that guy, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It's been a couple of weeks, yeah.
There have been 60 pictures of them, 60 national pictures of them.
Right.
In over 30 of them, he's wearing a wife beater.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's a great stat.
His style.
Where are they going to retire to? Are they going to
But
stay
they're
in?
going to go on a little honeymoon. They say they're going to take a little time to do that. They're going to Turtle Island,
Okay.
to Fiji Turtle Island, which is actually where Jessica and Nick went for their newlyweds, but they said they didn't like it because there are really large roaches that fly around your room and land on you. So they do not suggest it as a honeymoon place, but that's where they're going to head off and be alone for a while.
Did you hear whatever?
Being married is great, and she says that she cannot wait to start her family.
They're going to have great kids.
Yeah.
What about her? And I know maybe you don't know this story. I read this somewhere as well. If you go to ZitneySpears.com, there's like a million Britney Spears sites. One of them had a story saying that when she blew out her knee when she was doing her concert, listen to this, Zitney Spears. I don't believe this ditzy girl. She says God blew out her knee when she was doing her show because God wanted her to take some time to find out what life is
that always worries.
Really like.
That always worries me a little bit. When they say that, I get a little bit concerned.
Well, they say she's spiritual. She's going back to her roots.
Oh, come on.
Well, she's in the...
You know, even if it wasn't him blowing out her knee, but maybe she realized that she did need to take some time off.
Come on, now I know you're not going to say anything bad about any of these celebrities. But really, like, on the IQ scale, 1 to 10, seriously. I agree. She's a great performer. She's a nice girl. She's got charisma. She's easy on the eyes. But really, how many of the states and capitals do you think she could get? I'm going to bet she'd get 10 out of 50.
You think 10 out of 50?
And she's not...
I will say this on her behalf, because a lot of times what you see, you get to see so much doing the job that I do, and you get to see so much of behind the scenes. And she ever really wasn't allowed to be herself. I mean, she would start to say something that it was obvious that she wanted to get out there, and she would have 5 people jumping on her. No, don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. And I think they all thought, she was very, very young and she needed some guidance. And I think that if they had let her be more of, who she was, maybe she wouldn't be feeling like she needed to take some time off. I think she felt the pressure. She actually was quoted on her website as saying that it's amazing what advisors will push you to do, even if it means taking a naive young blonde girl and putting her on the cover of every magazine.
But what about this Cletus that she's married, though, really?
Was he floating around when you, has he been floating around when you've done any of the interviews?
He wasn't, because the last interview that I did was before the marriage.
Okay.
Because he's I know we could.
The last time I interviewed with him, it hasn't been that long ago, where she, had the Vegas stint.
So you
So it was a few months after that.
So is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't call her a friend like where we hang out, no. But I mean, is she a friend as someone that I interview a lot and that we have a good relationship? Yes.
Okay.
Not
So could you...
that she would call and confide all her...
If you were at a party...
all her innards with.
Yeah, okay, I understand. If you were at a party and you really wanted to impress someone, you had a little too much to drink, could you say, I could call Britney Spears if I wanted to, right now, and get her on the phone? Could you do that?
Would you say that was impressive?
Yeah, we'd be impressed by it.
I mean, could you do that? I mean, do you have a number? Not that I... But do you have a number? You don't?
No, not somebody that would call her up directly on, no.
Who's the
I think, Nancy, I just want to remind you, you have to realize just how low we are on the show business rung. We're really one...
You wanted me to do that,
Who is,
I know you're setting up for it.
No. Who is a celebrity, though, and I don't want you to call anybody on the show, but who is a celebrity who you do know well enough that you have called them up at home to say, hi, how you doing?
Hallie's a really good friend,
Who?
Halle Berry.
Oh,
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Yes.
Wow.
She's a great gal.
Really?
She seems like a wonderful person.
Yeah.
She sure does. So when you called to talk...
We're all in love with Halle Berry.
When you called to talk, what do you talk about with Halle Berry? I mean, do you talk girl stuff?
We have talked girl talk. We have talked fella talk.
Girl
we have
talk.
talked about, we've been through a lot of some of the same things. Not necessarily some of the good things she's been
I was going to say, what, did you run over
All right. Kidding, of course.
All right.
Stop it.
All right, Nancy, so tonight it's Rod Stewart, and then it's, I forgot what.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, what else you got?
Lead story, we got Rod Stewart, we got Nikki Hilton on whether she's engaged still or not.
Right.
Got Paul and Heather, they talk about their Adopt a Landmine event, which was over the weekend, and she actually confesses to us that she's not a Beatles fan.
Oh, And
It's a good thing when you're married to Paul McCartney, huh?
And where will you be tomorrow? You're not working tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow I just have a 3-day off. Scheduled vacation day.
Well, enjoy yourself.
Day of luxury. Thank you, Nancy.
I appreciate that. I will see you guys on Wednesday.
Okay, so you be good, and if anybody asks you, it's how have you been?
How have you been?
How have you been? All right.
I hope you have been good.
Have a great day, Nancy.
Bye, Nancy.
All right, you guys. I'll talk to you Wednesday.
All right, bye.
Bye.
And she is Nancy O'Dell from Accent Hollywood.
I'm taking the one that she calls personally over Britney Spears. That's a good pull. Yeah. Halle Berry, that's okay. Right. That's a good one.
And
right
I know some of you diehards out there are listening to this going, God, why are you going through this crap with this TV lady? Because this is how you get a relationship going. Mm-hmm. You gotta, it's like anything, like any woman. You gotta chip through the ice, chip through the ice, chip through the ice. Eventually, And trust me, it'll come faster than sooner. We're going to get her in a vulnerable moment where we just say, who's a jerk? And she's, without even thinking, she's just going to say, Tom Cruise.
Right.
And she's just going to say it. What do you talk about with Halle Berry? Latex. It's going to come out.
I think with the Britney Spears situation, I would assume in that world that she's in, that's a great get. And if she does have that relationship with Britney Spears, that she's, that she can maybe get an exclusive out of her once in a while, she's not, she's going to defend that to the death.
Sure.
But the Halle Berry thing, I think we might have a chance of getting the latex. Oh.
Make me feel good. Yeah. Here's one more thing you won't hear on Accent Hollywood tonight. Maybe you will at the very end. They're casting for the Dukes of Hazzard movie. Now, they already have Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott, who are going to be Bo and Luke. That's great. They have Jessica Simpson as Daisy Duke.
That's great.
That's great. 2 more roles.
Boss Hogs, right?
Well, hold on, Willie Nelson will play Uncle Jesse.
That's great.
And in the role of Boss Hog, Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. Now, is that good casting?
That's great casting.
Would you go see that movie?
I would see it based on the casting. That's fantastic.
So we got time for phone calls here. Let's get to a phone scan at 877-365-3636. We've not taken any phone scan calls today.
I'm just thinking about Johnny Knoxville, Willie Nelson, and Burt Reynolds on the same set. That's going to be a doped-up set.
Right, you're watching. And, call now for the phone scan.
Get painkillers, marijuana, and bourbon.
Here are 2 great feel-goods.
All right.
I can give them to you very briefly. I don't even have to read them from the news account.
Quickie feel-goods.
Mariester, Florida. Do you know where it is, Mike?
I don't know where Mariester is.
It's right down in the path where all of the hurricanes hit.
Okay. All right.
3 out of the last 4 hit this area of Florida. There's a couple down there. The Robinsons. The house next to them was destroyed. The house on the other side was destroyed. The house across the street was destroyed. Their house was safe.
Incredible. Wow.
All the hurricanes. They found a lizard that was walking down the street. A lizard that came along
Lots
with
of
the
lizards
hurricane.
in Florida, right?
Common, yeah.
So they named him. They named the lizard Chewy. And it was like their good luck charm because they found Chewy and then they were safe from the other hurricanes.
Apparently so.
Saturday night, they left the house. They left Chewy. They didn't lock his cage. Chewy chewed the cord of a lamp. Set their home on fire.
Oh, dear.
And the family that had been so lucky.
Not lucky anymore.
During the hurricanes, got the call when they are at, and I am not kidding, at Sizzler.
Oh.
They get the call that their house is on fire. And Mike, the good news is that Chewy is alive. And amazingly, they're not having the animals stop. They're keeping it as a pet.
They're keeping Chewy?
They're keeping
Might be good karma. That might work for them.
They're keeping
Chewy Cassidy.
I got time for this one? Yeah, I do. Okay, Chinese space program.
Oh, no.
There, you got me paying attention.
Laughing.
We're ready to laugh now.
I am not kidding when I say literally they are 40 years behind us.
Right.
I'm not kidding. They don't know how to do this. The Chinese government sends up a satellite.
Right.
Here's the problem. They don't send it up the right way, and it's coming right back towards China.
Like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
They don't tell anybody in China that there is a satellite that they've shot up into the air
that's hurtling
coming
back towards the Earth's surface?
Towards mainline China.
Naturally.
Say hello, please, to... I can't even read this. It's like boing gong gong dang. It's like the writing in pictures.
Wang Chung.
Whatever the guy's name is, Wang Chung. It smashed into Wang Chung's home in the Chinese province of Sichuan. No one was hurt when the gigantic satellite crashed into the house.
Wow.
Here's the quote from the guy from Wang Chung. Only in China. Maybe this means we will have good luck this year.
Yeah. Right. Only if they buy a lizard.
Right. The satellite comes from outer space, destroys your house.
A good sign. We will have satellite hit house and buy lizard.
You got the claim of that? Yeah, come on, that's from China. Oh, my diary, baby, die. Oh, you had nothing to do with the story about Chinese satellite. Oh, my diary, Clementine. Oh, my diary, oh, my diary, oh, my diary, Clementine.
You sure make tasty cupcakes. Oh, my diary, Clementine. Oh, my diary, oh, my diary, oh, my diary, Clementine.
How is your boyfriend, your husband? His name is Augie. Oh, my diary, Clementine. I wrote to Chewy in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Clementine is a lady that works here at the radio station. She looks like she will talk like this, but she speaks.
Oh, yes. It doesn't sound anything like
amazing.
that.
And yesterday, when I was watching CNN International, the best wild card, better than a brother that speaks with a British accent, is always funny. Some Chinese dude on CNN International, right?
Right.
Good afternoon.
Oh, yes.
And welcome. Welcome to CNN.
Right. And you like that? You like that as much?
Oh, my God.
And it's always fun to watch Univision if you get something, you got a couple hours to kill.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny.
Foreign language is funny.
Funny.
English dialects coming out of foreign language like looking people, funny.
Phone scan next. Call now.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Coming!
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Yes?
What the hell are you doing here?
I tidied things up a bit, just moved the furniture around a little. I can move it all back.
No, don't you dare. I love this. What you do? I mean, the room, it just seems, I don't know, so much bigger.
Yeah. The Chinese call it feng shui, the placement of objects in a room to maximize your harmony and power.
Well, since my divorce, my could use a little feng shui.
That's very funny.
Thank you.
The Don and Mike Show.
Oh, Hank. You know, a lot of these tapes, we're still figuring out if we can play them.
Right.
And it's not too cool when the play starts, the tape starts,
right
on the air. And I see the little light going on upstairs, like, is it okay to have Hank say that and to dump that out?
Morning, Will Robinson.
Nah, we're cool.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the mongoose.
Not us.
The comedy stars of the Alan Linewan Radio Funhouse, Don Geronimo and Michael Mara.
That'll be fixed on Wednesday. Dude Walker will be on Wednesday.
Are we going to have another session with Dude Walker?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. And we got to change that because, you know what.
Poor old Alan.
Let's see, tomorrow on the program, you know, we've got the record, the John Kerry record. I'm not talking about his voting record, Vietnam record. The record he made when he was a kid, or not a kid, but
kind of
a young man, the Electras. We've got the CD, not as a goof. We just never played it. Tomorrow we'll have the lead guitarist from that group on with us.
The Electras.
Yes, to ask him about young John Kerry.
Very good.
And I don't want to set this up too much because I don't want you to be disappointed. But I think we're doing a great job on the show of getting a bunch of new, regular, great idiot callers. And I don't mean you guys calling in. I mean, although you're great idiots, I mean the people that we call, like the singing psychic. We got a good one there. We got a good one with that crazy senator in North Carolina that wrote the song about us.
The singing senator.
Yes.
Tomorrow. All I can say about this guy is he is Mr. San Francisco.
You must mean flaky artist Mark Horowitz.
He reminds me in some ways of Mr. Zodiac.
Really?
Yes.
You're looking well.
Although he is not a psychic.
Right. What does he do?
What doesn't he do?
He does everything.
He's an artiste.
And he's a fabulous guest.
And, well, I think he's got the potential to be like a top 10 Hall of Fame guest.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to that.
How many different things does he want to promote tomorrow? Seriously, between 30 and 40 things?
I think he has 60 things on that list that he wants to discuss.
My God.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Wow. Mark Horowitz.
Mark Horowitz.
Mr. San Francisco.
Fantastic.
That's tomorrow. Your phone calls now at 877-365-3636 on the phone scan. Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Dark cars. Take me to dark cars.
Oh, you made Rob very happy.
Somebody's calling with that Hitler thing. Hello, Don and Mike Show. And hey, Dark Cars is really going to like that association.
Oh, absolutely.
That's free advertising, courtesy of the Don and Mike.
Maybe they'll even change their name to Dust Cars.
Hello, Don and Mike Show.
Hello, Don and Mike. How are you today?
We're doing great, thanks.
I would like to give you my famous pig impersonation. Are you ready?
You know, that would sound much better if you were in the studio.
Yeah.
See if you can do it a little further away from the phone.
Okay, here we go.
All right, pull the phone. Doesn't seem to be helping.
Didn't help, no.
You know, maybe you need to be closer to the phone.
Yeah, that might be it.
Try that.
All right, one more time.
Okay.
All right, now I think really to get it just right, I was right. Further away is better.
Yeah.
Put the phone down, walk all the way to the other side of the room. Keep talking to us while you're doing that, and then do it when you're ready.
As loud as you can.
Well, I'm in my car. I'll put it on the other side of the car.
You're right. Put the phone on the passenger seat.
Okay.
And then really just cut loose.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
All right. You're a handheld cell phone? Is that what you have?
Do you have a speakerphone available?
Yes, I do.
You know, we normally don't like speakerphones, but would you please?
I think in this case.
Give us one on the speaker.
Okay, here you go. Speakerphone's on.
All right,
good.
good.
Yeah, that's better already.
All right, here we go.
That's good.
Bravo.
That's good.
Okay. Well, I'll be over here if you need me.
I have a question. Is it hard driving without your pants on? Hello?
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don and Mike.
Hi there. You're on the air.
I have a question about the dump button.
Yeah.
How come they don't use it when they're doing the football game, like yesterday?
Well, I know that there were nasty words said yesterday during the Redskins broadcast. You can't use a dump when you're broadcasting a sports event because the people who are watching it on TV want to hear it real time, so it syncs up.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I heard actually Frida...
The big MF word at the end?
Yeah, you know, Frida called me. I guess it's on DCR TV, but Frida called me yesterday and told me she heard it. Back when I wasn't allowing her to come home because the Packers were winning, and I said,
exactly.
You're bad luck. Stay home. Don't come back till they win.
Right.
She called me. And she said she heard it absolutely clear as a bell.
Right.
The big
sure
one.
was.
Must be some mistake.
Now.
Yeah, no, okay, we know it was, okay. I mean, is it time for you to go back? Is it time for you to go back to your show, Tattletales?
The thing that I found most disturbing, though, was that Earl would use that type of language.
I know. Just giving a recap.
I know, but, you know, Earl's crazy.
He'll be right back on the Washington Redskins, and then he throws that word in Radio Network. Yeah.
No, here's what it is. What it is they got the big parabolic microphones down there. And what do you dopes that are running this football game think? You have a team that's 1-4. They've just beaten the Bears, barely beaten them. Sam Huff has had fisticuffs up in the broadcast booth. Of course you're going to get the raw excitement of the football players saying, that's right, mother, father.
I heard Fred Smoot say drat.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don. Hey, Mike.
Hi there.
Oh, sugar.
I have a question for you. It's kind of serious. I'm an undecided voter, and I just wanted you guys to try to help me figure out why to vote for Ken.
Listen, it's not that we have to help you figure out anything. Here's the thing. Even with a guy like Mark Cuban, a billionaire, if you don't know at this point, seriously, I know we kid all the time, you're retarded.
You just want the attention, don't you?
If you can't make up your mind, I'll give you the simple questions right now.
Can I say something to that? Because I just thought of this right now. If somebody was to say, be leaning one way or the other, and then, like Mark Cuban, something came their way, something they interpreted, something that maybe made them pause, I can see why that would make somebody undecided. I think the vast majority of people who are undecided are people that haven't done that. They really haven't paid enough attention.
Let me just ask you, just answer these questions as if your life depended on them right now. If you had to answer today, which do you like better, the Today Show or Good Morning America?
Today Show.
Okay. Which do you like better, the American League or the National League?
National League.
Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Kerry or Bush?
Right now, I'd say Kerry.
Okay.
You're done. We're glad we could have helped.
You're not undecided. Thank you. And listen, before you Republicans start calling, if you had said Bush, we would have said the same thing.
Absolutely.
Fine. Just make up your freaking mind.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Slowing everybody down.
Sure, but if they had said Bush, you would have also said Good Morning America.
Not in my show. And Jay Leno. Yeah, and Jay Leno.
Right.
Hello.
You didn't even get to the Leno Letterman question.
No, that's too far
That's
down.
the definitive one right there.
Hello. Don and Mike.
Did you see Conan O'Brien's bit on Bill O'Reilly?
I did not.
Fracturing. They got a guy that does a Bill O'Reilly on there. They called him right at the beginning of the show. It was just fantastic. Conan O'Brien, of all of them, is, and it's obviously because of the time he's on. He walks the line, man. He really, really walks the line, and it's great to watch. He's as edgy as they get.
Yeah, he's great. And Craig Kilborn here.
Yeah, I quit.
He quit that show. And you know who Beth Ann McBride told me? Oh, we got the tape. Hi. Oh, Beth Ann, hold on. Where's her tape? Not her jingle. Where's her tape?
Oh, her tape?
I'd rather hear that jingle.
Where's her new tape? There it is.
God, I can't do this.
That's a lead up now to Beth Ann McBride and her jingle. This is the thing about late night TV. Oh, it's Beth. Beth Ann. There she is.
God, I can't do this.
Guess who's hosting the Craig Kilborn? It's not the Craig Kilborn show anymore. No. Tomorrow.
It's the late show.
It's tomorrow night, right? Now listen, I am going to take full credit for this. It's Lisa Joyner.
Hey.
The girl.
Really?
The girl that I watch on satellite on Channel 2, KCBS in Los Angeles.
Well, now everybody can watch her. She's pretty.
Yeah. Is
that going to be her regular gig?
No, they have guest hosts, so it's like it's a one-shot deal for her.
Yeah, but what's weird is on Thursday, it has the guest host to be announced. So in theory, if she does well, they could bring her back for Thursday.
Correct. So she's got a big shot tomorrow night on this show. And, I'm her number one fan stalker.
Man, I'm going to have to check her out.
I think she's starting to think I'm her number one fan stalker.
Well, Beth Ann hit me to this on Friday, and I said, well, we got to get her on the show before she does this thing. And I guess Beth Ann has left her like 8,000 messages and emails. And no response yet from Lisa Joyner.
Well, she should come on to promote her show.
I just want to say, I plucked her.
You did.
I plucked her.
You always have had that eye for talent.
I plucked her. I knew that apple was ready to come off the tree.
Way to go, Otto Preminger.
Anyway, Beth Ann, so nothing. When's the last time you sent Lisa Joyner in Los Angeles an email about that?
I voicemailed her about 2 o'clock, and then I sent an email, as I said here. Now.
The thing is, she's probably very nervous. She's going to be hosting this show. Right. You should tell her the best way to get over those nerves is to come on our show.
Is she going to be hosting? Is she going to be hosting the show with her brother Tom?
I'm joining her. I don't think so.
This working man.
All right, thank you, B.A.
You're welcome.
Talk about a lotto winner.
God, I can't do this.
And tell her if she calls in this show, it's not like a call to Bill O'Reilly.
Correct.
I think you should keep growing your hair.
No, I'm getting a haircut not tomorrow, but
why don't you just let it grow out a little?
No.
Don't you like his youthful shagginess with that hair?
I feel like I'm retarded.
Helps cover the
honestly do. I know, but you know what?
We felt that way for a long time.
It's not like it's a secret now, Buzz.
Is this the longest you've ever gone?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah, I had some money for a haircut last week, but I needed beer.
Of course, first things first.
I'm on an allowance like everybody.
Priorities,
of
man.
Of course. It's going to be down to my shoulders, but I'll never go thirsty.
Yeah, Rob has got, for Rob, long hair.
And what's weird is there's almost like a Christopher Reeve-like point.
But, if you grew it out...
listen, hold on.
If you grew it out, you could prove your point.
But no, like a Superman thing.
It's not... No, it's like retarded Superman. Come on. Look at that thing.
What it does...
That's not a Superman.
Take your headphones off for a second. What it looks like is Little Boy. Doesn't it look like Little Boy?
That's sweet.
It's Little Boy.
Yeah, big, little retarded boy.
Can we, now that it's grown out a little bit, can I see the top of it?
Yeah.
See what
how bald you are?
Doesn't that help? It does fill in a little bit more. No?
A little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, you saw it, right?
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
I remember, when we first started working together.
I've seen it.
You didn't have the crew cut. You had long hair, didn't you?
Long, yes. No, I did go through the thing when it was like I kept it gelled.
Right.
Yeah, I remember we both went through that bad phase.
Not good.
Where your hair is like plastic.
Yeah,
I think you got to grow it out.
How long would you like it?
I like it
you should be like that guy from the Red Sox. Like Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon?
Yeah, grow it like Johnny Damon. Have the same kind of beard. Yeah.
Okay, I'll grow my hair and Joe can start wearing his suit every day.
How much would it be worth to you to grow your hair longer?
How much would it be worth to you?
I would be willing to negotiate. It means a lot to me. It would please me, like by Christmas time, to see you with long hair.
Would you pay Rob $10 a day for not getting a haircut?
$10 a day would be how much?
$50 a week.
$50 a week?
Yeah.
So $10 every business day. The weekend would be on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so $10 every business week?
Every business, yeah, no.
$50 a week.
$50 a week.
$50 a week. Would you go halvesies with me?
He doesn't care.
I pay for everything on this show.
Okay. But it's like, okay, $50 a week till Christmas would be How many weeks is that? Still our Christmas break.
Not that
I want a total. That's what I want, because it's like a total
9
thing.
weeks would be $450.
$450. I'll pay you $450 to grow your hair till Christmas.
That is so done. Absolutely.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
All right,
That's
deal.
good. And that's good for wherever our website gets up.
And a sort of a gentleman's agreement to keep it open-ended?
Sure.
And maybe go a little further with it?
Maybe through the holidays.
Okay.
I will trim my beard. Because I don't like for that to get out of hand.
Besides, that's Fez's gig.
Yeah, I don't want to look like that.
Fez is growing his beard out.
All right.
What, did you want him to grow the beard?
Yeah, but I'm not paying extra. But I'd love to have it. No, you can keep it trimmed, but what about growing the beard out?
No, I don't like it. It feels weird.
Okay, all right.
You know, now we're getting into the territory. Remember when we wanted him to eat all those peanut butter cups?
Right.
And his mom wouldn't let him do it?
I don't think it would look foolish.
No.
You can keep it trimmed, but it's just
I'll grow my hair.
All right, you grow your hair.
Absolutely.
All right, very good.
Thank you. That means
we'll check on the progress.
I can buy beer tonight.
All right, very good. Very good. And do you want those checks, do you want it in one lump sum or each week?
I would like a presentation on the final show of the year.
Okay, all right, very good.
Thank you.
I'll give you a check for $450.
In addition to a Christmas present.
All right. Way to go, Rob.
All right, no haircut. No haircut for Rob until after the holiday.
Do you think it's good money well spent?
I do. I want to see it myself.
I do. I want to see what he looks like. He's had a crew cut for so long. I'd like to see him with longer hair. I really would.
As I mentioned, DonnaMikeWebsite.com. As soon as that's up, that'd be a great place to track that progress.
That's right.
Yeah, Rob's hair.
That's right, because Rob got his photo done, and you can see what it is when it's high and tight.
Oh, that's right. You get that.
I got my haircut the day I got my picture taken, so it is perfectly flat.
All right, what we should start doing is each week we should take a picture of your hair.
That'll be good.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Right until I'm in the casket.
Hello.
Hello, Don and Mike.
Don and Mike, hi there.
Hey, it's Pat from Buffalo.
Hi there.
I just wanted to let you know, I know how you feel about superstitions. When the Sabres went to the Stanley Cup about 5 years ago, anytime there was a power play, I had to go to the bathroom.
You mean you had to? This was a biological urge?
No, I understand what he's saying. Whenever there was a power play, he had to go. Not that he had to go.
Right.
He had to go to the bathroom.
I feel for those. That's
early in the season, every time they got a power play, I went to the bathroom and they scored. And the same 8 guys all came over to the house. We all had to sit in the same chairs. So
I'm telling you,
I went to the bathroom.
Excuse me. I was totally in that mode yesterday with sitting in the right position, and I was not kidding my wife when I said to her, even though they were winning 38-14 or something, right? I said, don't come home until I call you and tell you that it's safe.
I'll call you in 2 hours.
Then Amon Green throws a halfback option,
right?
And it was at that point, and even then I thought I was jinxing it. I said, I think now that they got like a 30-point lead.
Yeah, they killed Detroit, right?
I think it's safe for you to come home now. But God forbid, if you pull in the driveway and Detroit wins, this marriage is over.
2 things I noticed about yesterday. 3 things. The Redskins
Your life
victory.
is over.
Redskins victory, of course. Your Packers whomped on Detroit, and Mr. Eisen was tremendously astute with his assessment of that Pittsburgh quarterback.
Yeah, right.
Remember he said that? I took that one thing away. I was kind of watching that game, and man, that guy brought him back.
If I could just also say this about Lisa Joyner, because I did mention that I plucked her, and I think she is a rising star of tomorrow today. I plucked her.
You plucked her good.
I plucked her good. Hello. Don and Mike show.
You're a good plucker.
Hello. Turn your radio down. You're killing us. Turn your radio down.
Turn your radio down.
Please.
Don and Mike, my brothers.
Big knob on the left. What can we do for you?
Tell Mike to stop giving those massages.
Well, tell him yourself. He's right here, dummy.
I'm sitting here, you moron.
What did you say?
I said I'm sitting here, you moron.
Come on, hump.
That's okay.
Well, why don't you want me to give massages?
No, you should stop giving them.
Yes, why?
Well, that conversation with Rob was a little gay.
It was?
Yep.
What, about Rob's hair?
As dumb as you are, I'm willing to listen to that. Why? Well, no, you're right. I agree. That was kind of gay.
It was. Yeah, it was a little gay.
It was a little gay.
And yet
here he is. He's got the radio turned up. Then he doesn't make any sense. We call him a moron. And then he kind of makes a decent point at the very end. I'll be thinking about that all week. But I'm still paying him.
Thank you.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
Bye, Professor Backwards. Nothing. You know what? I'm happy. You're finally laying out some coin for the show.
Yeah, good. And then you didn't hear me mounting that serious argument when you said you pay for everything on the show. Because I know that's true.
Hello, Don and Mike show.
Buddy.
Hey, hi. You're on the air.
Yeah, hey, what's going on? I just wanted to let you guys know that my mom is from Toronto, and she's sitting right here. And, Mike, she says you owe her some money for last year.
For last year?
Yeah, in Vegas. You want to talk to her?
No. Yeah, sure. Where is this crazy skit going? Which one of the guys from South Park is calling in now with your crazy puppet movie? Because that has to be the type of scary talent we have on the line right now.
Exactly.
Oh, no. My name's Jim, and my mom's name is Sophie. Hold on, I'll put her on.
You know Sophie from Vegas? See, I know no Sophie from Vegas.
I know she's made a choice.
Hello?
Hello?
You remember me?
I remember you.
What the hell is this?
Yes, Sophie, it was the best night of my life.
Hold on. No, you can't stop it now.
I know.
Hello, Sophie?
You remember?
Yes, Sophie.
Yes, I look like Farrah Fawcett, remember? You called me her?
No, I don't remember, Sophie. I wish I could.
Well, remember you told me this Thanksgiving you'd help me baste my turkey?
No, I don't remember that either, Sophie.
I don't doubt that Mike met you out in Las Vegas, but you don't sound like that guy's mama.
No, you don't. You sound like a younger woman, Sophie.
Listen, the thing is that she's kind of weak, and I'm collecting money for her.
She's kind of weak?
What is this guy doing?
I think he's attempting. Is this a Canadian sketch?
No, I hate Canadians.
So this is a USA product.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Well, the whole thing started with Toronto, right, didn't
Well,
it?
I had to say Toronto, you know?
Dude, what do you think? You're like auditioning for the Groundlings or something here?
The Groundlings.
I mean, we're trying to feed our goddamn families.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we're going to have to tell you to pound sand.
Correct. P.S. right now.
Pound sand.
Out of here.
Call us when she passes.
Go to hell, please.
She's kind of weak, Rob.
Hello, Don and Mike. Hello.
And now the silence. Always after the bad caller.
That's right. And we just want to give away a prize. Hello.
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 Yeah.
Hello.
There he is. What stopped you the first 100 times we said hello?
Well, I didn't know you were talking to me.
Of course.
Hey, here's the deal now.
Yeah,
I need a job done. I've been out of work for 3 years, man. Moved back to Virginia. You got to hook me up.
Well, you know, we might have hooked you up if you answered the phone when we answered the phone.
I tell you what,
I was listening to you talk on the other line.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
I'll call over to...
You were talking to the other guy.
Yeah, you're a moron.
Goddard Space Center.
And I hate it
as soon as the show's over.
I hate it when I call two people morons in a row.
Why?
Let me plug my website. At least let me do that.
No. Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, Don, hold on a second. You got a website?
I do.
Yeah, hold on. All right, I think we should let you have it. Go ahead.
Can I do it?
Yeah, give it a plug. Hey, well done. Nobody runs the finger like you do.
Don and Mike, last call. Hello.
Don and Mike.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Who else goes through this type of hell every day from 3 to 7?
About your superstition thing, I've hired a midget to watch all the Packer games with me.
Okay.
Speaking of midgets and dwarves,
all right.
He's on the mound right now.
Pedro, listen, my friend.
Nobody tell me anything either.
Last person on the phone scan, that's you. What is your name?
This is Mike.
Mike, where are you from?
Madison.
Mad City 100X FM. Let's see. Oh, look at you want a trip for two anywhere that Independence Air flies. I'm not going to say real loud Chicago and Detroit and Hartford. I will say loud Orlando and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That's Independence Air. 300 flights a day from D.C. alone. FlyEye.com. Independence Air. Go your own way. So get the hell out of Wisconsin. Thank you for listening.
You bet. Thanks, man.
Right on. Thank you. Hold on just a second. We will be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Busy to meet new friends? The WJFK Dateline can change your life. Log on to WJFK.
God, I can't do this.
.com.
Don and Mike Show.
God, I can't do this.
WJFK.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Daniel mentioned. Daniel and I have been working nonstop. Daniel, here's what I know about Daniel.
What?
Daniel come down. First time I got to really know Daniel was to see the way Dan and I have been working. Daniel, all that. The time Daniel told me it went real quick. Daniel, obviously, Daniel and I got that from Mr. Cook. Yes, sir, Mr. Cook.
The Don and Mike Show.
All right, Coach Gibbs.
Stay listening.
Please.
The Don and Mike Show.
Let's see. All the cities we broadcast to where you have football teams that you care about. Here, I'll give you my thumbnail. It's a dirty thumbnail, too.
No.
Very quickly. No, they're clean.
Yeah, they
I just bit it clean down. Green Bay, Detroit, as I mentioned, what a great victory for the Packers. Really. I mean, I don't care who they play next week. They needed that one. Buffalo, lucky to beat Miami yesterday. Lucky to beat Miami. Still an awful team. Houston, I think we predicted that they would upset Tennessee. Redskins, we'll get to that in a second. They beat the Bears. Jets beat the 49ers. The Jets are 5-0. I guess they're okay. 49ers are not as bad as they look. And Pittsburgh and Dallas, more of our cities. A pretty good game, I thought. The Steelers deserve to win. Quarterback Rich Eisenreich is outstanding. We are very lucky that we are on the flagship station for the Washington Redskins. Let's see. Yesterday, Redskins beat the Bears 13-10. Boy, this was a bad game. This is a boring game. It's a suck game. It's like punt, 3 plays, punt, 3 plays, punt, 3 plays, punt.
Finally won, though.
Yes, and joining us will be Joe Gibbs.
Oh, great. Oh, that's fantastic. Always good to talk to him. Everybody loves Joe Gibbs. He wasn't in really good shape the last time we talked to him. He was very distraught.
The last time we had him on, he was very close to having a breakdown, a mental and physical breakdown.
That's right.
This
should be better now.
This is now something they've done with the station. Brought to you by somebody. It's time for Joe Gibbs and the Redskins Report. Still calling his office.
Yeah.
Coach Gibbs.
Who's this?
Don Geronimo, Don and Mike Show.
Oh, Don, yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're calling now, right?
Well,
yeah, of course you are. Everybody's calling now. Yeah, I tell you, we played a hard-fought game and they won it, and I'm happy about it. But man, look at all the phones ringing. Is this Don Geronimo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocker, you're calling me, huh? Yeah, of course you're calling me. We won yesterday, right?
Hey,
didn't think we'd do it, did you, Don?
You sound a little relaxed.
Don Geronimo.
You sound a little relaxed, Coach Gibbs.
Hey, how are you been? I listen to your show all the time. Daniel and I are having we had a bit of a meeting this morning, and I'm celebrating a big victory.
Oh, now,
what do you think of that? I love our team, but we're doing it without you. We're doing it without the help of you media types.
Hey,
you media types had us dead and buried, didn't you? How do you like that game?
What have you been drinking or eating or taking this afternoon?
Well, now, what's that supposed to mean? What have I been? I tell you, this is a good football team, and we're gonna win the Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying. Winner, 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 winner. Skip my dinner, winner. I tell you right now, I'm real pleased.
I think that I know.
The pressure got to me.
Have you been drinking?
Sorry. Shut up a second. Just shut up, mouth. DJ, talker, yapper.
Okay.
I'm so proud of these guys for putting forth the effort they did. They play their hearts out.
Have you been drinking?
Yes, I have. And I'm a good Christian man. I normally don't drink. I don't touch this stuff.
What have you been having?
Well, Bukes had a 24-pack of Old Milwaukee Light that he left in the coach's office.
Of course.
And I just saw it there, and I swear to my maker, I wouldn't make this up. I thought for a second there that it was ginger ale. And so I just popped one open, and I took a sip, and I said, man, this tastes pretty good. And, I tell you, I haven't had an experience like this since I drank 2 and then 3 and then 4 and 5. I don't know. There are empty cans all around my Joe Gibbs desk. And I swear to God, I've never felt quite this tingly. But I'm proud of our guys. Lord knows I'm proud of our guys. I tell you like that. And listen, I just want to say, I want to send out my best wishes to your whole broadcast team that got into that brawl.
You heard about the fight with Sam Huff?
I hope to God they're doing okay. I really do. I just, I hate to see something like that happen. The NFL is family and fun, and we should have
Are you crying again?
I am crying.
Why are you crying?
Because the NFL means a lot to me.
How many
NFL is my entire life.
How many beers have you had?
Care about my goddamn racing team.
Hey!
Oh, what have I done? I took the life's name in vain.
That's not like it.
I took the Lord's name in vain. I am going straight to the place, the bad place.
You know, maybe.
I'm seated here at my futuristic lighted lucite Joe Gibbs desk. Look at how pretty those lights are. This is space age.
You know, it's kind of like...
Daniel promised me all the new furniture for my office.
Like
he delivered on his promise.
Truth serum.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, he promised... he promised that he would have all the new bells and whistles that I needed, and Daniel, damned if he didn't come up with them.
Yeah.
I'm
Joe?
God, man.
Coach?
I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
I am so sleepy right now. What a football team we have.
Come on now, be honest.
What a football team we have.
Be honest. What about Brunel yesterday?
Brunel's a... Oh, I almost said a bad word on your
Did
show.
it start with P?
He's a pile of poo.
Wow.
He's a big pile of poo.
Coach, you gotta watch it.
Damn lucky to win that game after the way he played. Johnny tip up in the air. You know, come on, man. I tell these guys, you know, for God's sake, you're a professional quarterback in the NFL. Throw the ball over the heads of the defensive linemen, please. Mr. Brunel or pile of poo. You know, really. Call him Senior Boners. That's what I call him.
He pulled a boner.
Man, oh, man. I tell you, he pulled more boners in yesterday's game, and I just said, you know, hold on just a second. I'm just going to take one more tiny little sip.
All right.
This is old Milwaukee light beer for Joe.
Coach Gibbs, I do not believe is a regular drinker.
Never.
Oh, man. That's warm. They're all warm. I didn't put them back in the refrigerator. Oh, man. Oh, it's coming back up.
Oh, dear.
I hope not. Man, I just, who am I speaking with?
Don and Mike?
Don and Mike. Oh, okay.
No.
Don and Mike calling me now.
Yeah.
Calling me now. What do you want? Do you want to talk how good I am? Is that what you want to talk how good I am? Yeah, talk how good I am, but I tell you, I don't believe it.
Can I tell you something?
I don't believe any of you guys. I don't believe Will.
You are.
Kornheiser.
You listen to me now,
all
Coach.
those guys.
You are goddamn fantastic. Say it. Say it. Say it. You're goddamn fantastic.
I'm goddamn fantastic.
You're going to hell.
I know. I don't care anymore.
Oh.
Buggs, you know, he drinks his 24-pack. He's going to be mad at me. I'll tell you right now. I'm at my loose side desk wearing only my lazy R hat and underwear. I am. I'm all by myself. Everybody's left for the Monday day.
You know a guy.
It's just me. What? Look. Hello? Anybody here?
Are you alone at Redskins Park?
Come out, wherever you are. Hide and seek with Coach Gibbs. Can I just say one more thing about our football team?
Sure, Coach.
You know, we won the game yesterday by just the narrowest of margins, and I just told Daniel, I said, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of these guys. 13-10 victory over the Chicago Bears.
Have you ever had a beer?
You know, that's still a tough place to play.
Have you ever had a beer before today?
This is the first one I've had in my lifetime. Later on, I'll hide a little something in Daniel's office. I don't like the kid that much. I do. I'm going to leave him a little Joe Gibbs biscuit is what I'm going to do. See how you like that, little boy? God, he thinks he's Mr. So Special. Yeah. Mr. Special, you know. Money buys everything. But it's good, you know. I think who am I speaking with?
This is the Don and Mike show.
Hey, Don, how are you?
Hey, Coach.
This is Coach Gibbs.
Hi.
Did I mention I was going to leave a Kentucky landmine in Daniel Snyder's office?
I think you did. I think we're all getting
I sure am.
a much different picture of the coach of the Redskins now.
I love it here. I do. I really do. I'm glad to be back. People worship me. Do you know that? They worship me in this town.
I know.
Car dealerships, they line up, 20 deep.
And
hey, who wants to sell the Joe Gibbs Performance line of cars?
And what do you really think of all the fans that they're treating you like a deity?
They are total, what's the word you use on you? They're tards. I love that.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Ooh, my thong was riding up on me there. God, I hate these things. But no panty lines. I'm just kidding. I don't like anybody in this town that sucks up to me. Obviously, treat me like a normal human being, but you know, they worship me like I'm a god, man. And
you're just a guy.
Well, you know, I like the money. Don't get me wrong. Who doesn't like the money? Don?
Yeah, Joe.
I might have to be sick in a minute.
Coach Gibbs?
Go Redskins football. We're going to win a lot more games.
No, you're not.
I got to go find a Raise the R bucket. I love you, Don.
Coach Gibbs.
I'll take care.
You're a goddamn pro.
You say hi to that big boy Rob Spiewak for me, too, won't you?
I will.
He's a good boy. We chatted one time. I like his politics. I got to go throw up.
Oh, dear.
Joe.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He's the coach of the Redskins.
And in many moods. Having a little trouble hanging out.
Damn it.
You normally don't hear that kind of language from Coach Gibbs.
No. Wow. Well, he won.
Put the lazy R on his...
Let's deal with that.
Lazy R.
Where owning a radio was strictly forbidden, one man found a way to bring good news to his people.
Buzz.
Me.
He made it up.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi.
Hi, what is your lead story on the news and the comments today?
Today, the surprising results of a sex survey of Republicans and Democrats. Oh.
Let me guess. Let me guess. We get more than they do?
You can make that guess. I'll tell you the answer in a moment. Very good.
Are we blue or red?
Well, I think, it depends on how long we go.
Stay tuned for news and comments coming up on the Don and Mike Show.
That was very
professional.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
What's the word from Planet Crackpot?
The Don and Mike Show. They are entertaining always. Don and Mike.
You know, not going to load us up. Radio stations today. Let's do this. KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa. Houston, Texas. KIKK. Bakersfield, California. KGEO. Buffalo. 92.9 WBUF. It's time now for Buzz. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing well, Don.
I only asked because you were out of the room. Were you watching?
Yep.
And how are they doing?
2-1 Red Sox and 2 men on, I believe, in the bottom of the third. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was just a little tardy popping in here, kind of tore my... It's the first time today that I actually tore myself away.
I'm not busting your chops. You said tardy, though.
I was a little tardy.
Welcome back.
Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike. ABC, a network that suddenly has viewers, will attract even more viewers Thursday night by spending an hour outlining the results of a new sex survey. Primetime Live borrowed the ABC News polling unit during one of the most political periods in our history.
Polling.
To ask sex questions of people.
Yeah, polling unit for a sex survey.
Between the ages of 18 and 99. They will begin, they'll be publicizing the show all week, and they began today by releasing the political results of the survey.
I'm Diane Sawyer.
Among those in a committed relationship who describe themselves as very satisfied with that relationship,
yes,
Democrats, 76%. Republicans, 87%.
So they're happier than we are?
Very satisfied with their sex lives. And that was about relationships. Now about sex lives.
Yeah, we're more honest.
Democrats, 47%. Republicans, 56%. They win again. The Republicans.
Hold on. So
you lay this out. I'm not sure I understand.
According to this poll, you're saying that Republicans have more sex than Democrats. And
they're more satisfied with their relationship.
And they have more
better
sex.
No. I'm saying how satisfied are they with their sex life?
All right, what's the first one? The first one was all people.
Satisfied with your relationship is the question.
In a committed relationship.
Right. And Republicans, 87%. Democrats, 78%.
Okay, yeah, put the front ones front.
Well, let me just say this.
You confuse me when you put it backwards like that.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I like that.
It's like when you give a score and you say, Yankees 1, Red Sox 2.
Yes. No, I wouldn't do that. But in this case, I like to build for the sake of drama.
What's the second question?
Are these people satisfied with their sex lives as opposed to their relationship?
Okay.
Again, and for you, Republicans, 56%. Democrats, 47%.
All right.
Now I'm confused.
Satisfied can also, of course, mean complacent.
The Republicans are more satisfied with both their relationship.
I followed it.
The survey.
I followed it before you followed it.
I'm sorry. I would have known that. I would have known that if I was more focused on the show.
The survey also...
Me smarter. Me smarter than Mike that time. Me follow Buzz logic.
Me now not confused either.
God, I can't do this.
Survey.
Where girl come from?
She come
Me here, girl.
She come from satellite, Chinese
God,
satellite.
I can't do this.
In space.
Republicans love the costumes, according to the survey. 72% of them say they've worn something sexy to enhance their sex life. Only 62% for the Democrats.
We're going to a charity do. This is terribly...
More Democrats than Republicans.
I dumped it out.
This is terribly exciting news. I can't tell you how thrilled we are that you chose us first.
I'm wearing something. Something I just deleted out, Ross.
Not really a costume, more of a polling unit. More Democrats than Republicans.
Robinson's residence.
Jim, is this a bad time?
No, just dressing. Going to a charity do. What's happening? Are you serious? That is one tremendous step, Ross. Really tremendous.
So please.
But tomorrow's fine. Absolutely. Oh, come ahead. Now, we'll be in Connecticut the whole weekend.
Right, ass.
This is terribly exciting. I can't tell you how pleased I am that you thought to call me first.
We don't have the best part of that, David. Kiss your good lady for me.
But, I'm going to sit down and watch that. I don't have it on DVD, but I sure hope it comes back on cable.
Barbarians at the Gate, if you go to Amazon.com, is available on DVD.
Very good. Mm-hmm. And more Democrats than Republicans have faked Nirvana at some point. 33% to 26%.
What, they've done karaoke?
No.
They faked Nirvana.
They faked the moment that poets spend entire lifetimes trying to describe.
I don't follow. I know Nirvana's Kurt Cobain.
Bliss, glory. You know what I mean.
We have fake Nirvana.
Oh, here's fake Nirvana. This really is fake Nirvana.
And it's fake Elvis singing fake Nirvana.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, Buzz. You're working with the FCC right now.
That's right, trying to anyway.
You want to spell funny? You get Elvis singing Nirvana. This is funny.
Come as you are, as a friend, as I want.
Now that's
my favorite.
That's fake Nirvana.
That is my all-time favorite fake one.
I like that.
More than Sweet Home Alabama, Mike?
Oh, that's good. You want to spell funny? You have Elvis singing Sweet Home Alabama.
Come on, now where is he? This is not fake Nirvana, fake Elvis. Fake Skinner, excuse me.
Yes.
Fake Leonard Skinner. L-Y-N-R-D.
Low Skinner, Leonard.
Oh.
Big wheels keep on turning.
F-A-U-X.
That's right.
Get me home to my king.
As an Elvis fan, that's the best fake boys.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I like this album.
I'm with my family once again, and I think I should say
It is.
That is terribly exciting.
Picture him with the jumpsuit on.
So 33% of Democrats have faked it. 26% of the Republicans have. Maybe the Democrats just didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
It sounds like we're being honest.
I think.
It really does. That's what it sounds like.
Or maybe we just don't want to hurt people's feelings, so we pretend.
That's right.
I think it's probably that. I think if you ask most people, I mean, take the politics out of it. Mm-hmm. You know, really. Who's happy with their sex life? And to be honest, who doesn't want more? I do.
Exactly. If you are, then there's something wrong with you. That's my theory, anyway.
What, if you're happy with it?
Yeah.
If you're happy with it, you want more.
Yeah.
Thus, the equation is you will never be totally happy.
If you're happy and you want some, clap your hands. If you're listening right now, for you to clap your hands. Even though there's football on, there's always time for something else. So if you want to do it too, now clap your hands.
Yeah. Oh.
But I know that you don't want to clap your hands, because I'll be watching football by myself. Clap your hands. But what you don't know is that before it's time to go to bed, I'll do something that's really disgusting. Clap your hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beth Ann?
God, I can't do this.
Your help is not needed.
Not part of your
job.
job.
You would be the master of the game, then.
Survey shows that more men tend to be Republicans and more women Democrats, which backs up the findings of previous polls. The TV show Thursday night will also compare the adventurous among us to the traditionalists and examine the practice of cheating. And now, a word about electile dysfunction.
You're not cheating, you're not trying.
The presidential election...
That's a lesson for life. I hear that in football all the time.
I don't know if that applies.
And I think, obviously it doesn't. They said it yesterday during the Kansas City game. Some guy was holding it, and whoever the jock was,
holding?
I've always said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Good luck. Run that one by your wife.
That's not going to work.
Honey, it means I'm trying.
It might work in business, but I'm not sure it works in the boudoir.
It means I'm trying to make our relationship.
That's right.
The presidential election is 2 weeks from tomorrow, but the voting's already underway in the controversial key state of Florida. Because of voting irregularities of 4 years ago and the bitter fight that followed, many Floridians started casting this year's ballots today. In Palm Beach, a steady stream of people appeared at the county's election headquarters and nearly a dozen other locations to cast the first votes.
I was saying about this, at least, Buzz, these are people who've made up their minds.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Yeah, but doesn't this just invite more trouble, though?
No, I think the opposite. I think actually by having them do this early, it gets these votes in, and it's not going to be the last minute
no one will lose them after they've been around for 2 weeks.
Bingo. I agree. Let's do it all. Everybody on the same day. Because here's my deal. We live in Virginia. I'd love nothing. Oh, come on. That's a crappy state. I'd love nothing better. Not even a top 10 state.
Oh, it's absolutely top 10.
Oh, it's not. I'd love nothing better than to be able to go and just get it done.
Yeah. But here's the thing. One of the problems they had in Florida last year was on Election Day, turning away people not doing... The situation, the way I understand it now, in the event that there is a problem, there is time to remedy it if they have... if they have a few days besides the rush job.
We've always, how long have we been a nation? 200 years? Mm-hmm. We've always managed to have one Christmas, one New Year, one election day.
Right.
For 200 years, we've been able to get it together.
Oh, no. Now I know what it is with you.
What?
It's change. It's change.
Think of this as Florida's early bird special.
No, it's not. And Mike...
They like to vote early. They like to go to dinner early.
I'm not as afraid of change as you think I am. The thing is, I worry that first off, if you're able to go in and vote right now, who's to say what's going to happen to that big stack?
They're not going to lose them. This isn't like Nicaragua where they put them in like a wooden pot.
No, this is honest Florida.
Yeah, right.
No, but I mean it's electronic. It's electronic.
It was electronic before, but it was screwed up.
I'm simply saying I think that this is going to remedy a lot of the problems they had the last time.
Then listen, and I'm not trying to get an argument with you.
I'll catch you the day after the election, If it goes one way, I'll agree with you. If it goes another way, I'll disagree.
That's fair. Here's the thing. We should all have that right. If you've made up your mind, and you don't want to wait around till the second, and let's face it, I hate going to the school and standing in line and doing all the crap. And
I like it.
Do you want the sticker? Do you want a brownie? It's like, no, I want to just vote for my guy.
If there's not a long line, I like it. What time do you go normally?
You go
early. First thing in the morning.
First thing, right. Get it done with.
That's why you get a line.
Get it done with and get it...
If you go right before work, you won't have a line.
Okay, I can't do it, Mike.
I can't. Why not? One day. Rearrange your schedule one day.
And I got to be place.
You're voting when everybody's voting that has to go be in by 9 o'clock.
Okay, so I should be able to vote now. Like today.
I thought you were against voting early.
I am. But I would like
You're totally confusing.
But I would like to be able to vote earlier because it would be more convenient for me.
Sure, I also think if you allow people to vote early, eventually people are going to want to vote late.
Now you've succeeded in completely confusing me.
No, because they're going to
as much as Blackstone over there when he was doing the polling numbers. You conjurer.
That's me.
Right. We're all conjurers. Now, some of these early bird voters said they just wanted to avoid the long lines that Don mentioned, and they also want to avoid the reporters and any possible trouble on November 2nd. One voter said he did it. He voted today to avoid the computer voting and to make sure his vote gets counted. This is in Palm Beach County. Florida is littered now with signs that read early voting counts and every vote matters. And by the way, there was some computer voting in Florida today in Broward County where 14 of the computers crashed.
Well, see, that would happen on Election Day or early.
There's also early voting today. There's also early voting today in Arkansas, Texas, and Colorado.
There's voting out there. Y'all come out.
How come the Nets get to? I mean, hey, how about north of the Mason-Dixon line?
They need more time.
North of the Mason-Dixon line, there are people out there like me who have a structured plan for their day.
Do you think that if we had early voting in all states, that it would improve turnout?
You bet your ass I do. What if you said to somebody, you've got 30 days to vote? You can either wait and put it off, or you can just get it done.
Right.
Yeah, trust me.
And by the way, I just got a message today from the Fairfax County government. They're expecting double the number of usual voters this election day. So there'll be a crowd.
Here's why that would be bad. Because then you'd get, like, the people that file their taxes at the last minute. The more time you allow, they're going to have parties, they're going to have bands, they're going to be handing out Excedrin.
Donuts.
It needs to be one day.
Here's all right. You guys all make excellent points.
Rob.
One day.
Rob doesn't like change either.
No.
Hey, Mike, it's not that I don't mind change.
Rob's an abolitionist.
That's right. I didn't like change then.
He wants to abolish everything.
I just want to vote on AOL.
Everything but me.
I just want it on AOL. You know, God knows I get the pop-up enough already.
Yeah.
Who would you vote for?
You know what?
Win
Someday that's going to happen.
Yeah.
When they refine it, when they hone it, they refine it. I think you'll be able to vote on the
Like,
internet.
you don't think AOL's
Voted home.
refined enough already now?
So you'd be in the middle of
to
voting.
handle it?
You'd be in the middle of voting, and a big pop-up says, "Should marijuana be legalized?"
It'll be okay if you vote on the internet as long as Travis isn't doing anything.
Yeah. And I'd love to see are we still recording and keeping track of Travis's activity? Because with all that, do you notice with all that, he came back in the next morning and it's still spiked up, so he didn't change his behavior at all.
I had a great greeting with him today. You know, he runs the board for the O'Reilly program that precedes us.
Lucky guy he is.
And I came in and I said, "Hey, what are you doing? Surfing the net?"
So listen, if you don't know, this was on an episode last week.
Yes.
We got a guy that runs our dump button, and his name is Travis Bickle. And here is the deal. He's like constantly downloading movie and porno on the internet, so they come to us and they said, "Guys, there's a problem between 3 and 7, that there's such a spike in computer use that it's shutting down the computers that they actually need to do to run the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in between 3 and 7? We said,
nothing.
We don't go on the internet during the show unless we're going to look at a site.
Right.
So they found out, anyway, it's Spike, it's Mr. Spike, it's
That's
Travis.
what we call him now.
And has anybody said stop? You know, after all that, really, we laughed about it. We identified it as him.
See up there? Let me see if he's up there today.
Right? I don't think anybody did.
Maybe there's no reason he has to stop.
Hello?
Hey, B.A.,
it's shutting down the computers.
Is Travis up there today?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
If it's shutting down the computers, that's the whole reason the thing was identified.
Hello.
Hey, hello. Hello. Here's Travis. It's okay if he's got the radio up in the background because he's covering our back.
Yeah, well, no, I try to turn it down.
Travis, has anybody told you to...
Yes. When I talked to Tony about this last Friday, I told him that I was gonna make sure that I monitored my own activity and make sure that I didn't do anything else that would shut the radio station.
Okay. How many sites have you been to on during today's show?
I just go to my regular routine of I have 20 or 30 little bookmark sites that I go to and check out the latest crap.
20 or 30.
That's all right.
30
but they're not all porn sites. I just want you to realize.
They're not all porn sites.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right, Travis.
Out of the 20 or 30, how many porn sites would there be?
Oh, maybe one that has pictures on it, but that's not the main purpose of the site.
Say hi to the Hun.
What about the ones that don't have pictures? Just written word.
Yes, exactly. All your erotic tales. It's my own Harry Potter hotline.
Ribbled stories.
And don't forget, there's also, if he's not watching porno, there's graphic pictures of violence to look at as well.
All right, thank you, Travis.
All right, goodbye.
All right,
he's fun.
Nobody's told
He is
stop it.
fun.
Hold on, here is Dan, some guy named Dan. Dan.
Yes.
Yes, Dan.
Now,
Hey, I was just wondering if, in the future, if you sit down watching TV, vote with the remote, would you be going for that?
Yeah, I think you could do that. I see that
I'd
happening.
love that. I'd love. You know, I'd love to thank you for the call, Dan. I'd love to just make it. Just that I would just get on the radio and say I'm voting for Kerry. And that's it. I'm lucky because I'm a disc jockey. You can hear my voice.
Somebody
I'm voting for Kerry.
Would write that down.
I don't have to go do anything.
So you want literally now you want all the effort taken out of it. We've gone from the AOL to you remote the TV, and then you just casually mention it on there.
Voting for Kerry.
But you know what might be funny? It's like, hey, I'm voting for Kerry. Wait, I changed my mind.
No.
It really confused people.
Disc jockeys would have to only have one chance to say it and mean it.
all disc jockeys could do this?
No. Only good disc jockeys.
Oh,
yeah, only good ones, and we get a drum roll with it.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's throw in, it would count for 2. Huh?
Okay.
And that would mean you and I, we get 4 votes.
But I was just going to say, that doesn't account for 4.
That could be a deal breaker.
Hold on. Buzz makes it 6, Robbie makes it 8,
right.
Joe makes it 10, and Beth Ann makes it 12.
No, Joe doesn't get 2 votes.
Sure he does.
I can't.
Is he voting for the other guy?
No, he just can't because he's Joe.
Oh, I know why. He's a convicted felon.
I would give Joe 2.
Yeah, I would too. You know what? Now that I do know who he's voting for, and I would give him 2.
Regardless, you know what it is with Joe? It's like when a baseball team votes a full World Series share to the clubhouse janitor. How could we have, if our votes counted 2 for 1?
We're going to give Joe 2 votes.
The clubhouse janitor, the world's oldest phone
You're
speaker.
absolutely right.
Goddamn, he gets 2 votes.
Give the equipment manager 2 votes.
Joe and Jay.
Huh?
He can vote for a fog machine.
Hello?
Hey, where's Joe?
Right here. Hold on a second.
The weekend's not here yet.
I know.
God, I can't do this.
Joe, would you be cool with 2 votes?
Sure.
And who are you voting for, Joe?
It looks like I'm voting for Kerry.
What do you mean looks like?
Well, it's a sure thing.
Okay, so it's not looks like, you're voting for Kerry.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
All
right. Yeah, maybe you only get 1, Joe.
No, you want me to have 2.
Yes, we do, but don't say it like that.
No, I'm voting for him.
Say it with conviction.
I mean, and just let me say, to be fair, even if you were, retarded for the other guy, say it with conviction.
Right.
Don't be one of the great undecideds.
Oh, absolutely not undecided.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the first time I've ever voted Democrat in my life.
Joe.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
All right.
Why? Because the Republicans have done so much for you. Because they're really looking out for you, Joe.
Well, they're not conservative anymore. They're neoconservatives, and I don't need a bunch of preachers running my courts in the next 10 or 20 years.
See, he's more educated about this than you might think, right?
4 words, upper 1%.
Right, looking out for you. All right, thank you, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you.
Uh-huh.
Goodbye.
Show's almost over. After work, looks like I might be driving home.
One more note about the presidential election of 4 years ago that was ultimately decided by the United States Supreme Court. Law clerks for the Supreme Court justices now say the 5-4 decision for Bush was an exercise in partisanship. The clerks say the mostly conservative court decided in favor of a conservative candidate for conservative reasons. They say this in the new issue of Vanity Fair magazine, much to the surprise of others in the legal profession who say the Supreme Court is like Las Vegas. What happens there stays there. But that silence, much to everyone's surprise, has now been broken for the very first time, and the accusations coming out of it are not pretty.
Yeah, well, everybody knew the truth anyway. So.
Daddy. That was the silence of the lambs. Buzz, what's next?
When we come back, the New York Times gives out its much-coveted presidential endorsement.
Oh, really? The New York Times?
New York Times.
That piece of toilet paper. We'll be right back.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
I mean, they don't have good comics, Yeah.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Good.
Gosh, I hate to interrupt. It's all been so incredibly fascinating and entertaining and instructive. Really, the time has just flown by.
The Don and Mike Show. Not yet available on DVD. It's the Don and Mike Show.
Yeah. Let's see, we want to thank today Mark Cuban for being on the show. Good guy. Why don't you show the benefactor? Good luck. There's 2 more episodes. Check your local listings tonight on ABC, and also thanks to Nancy O'Dell. Access Hollywood. Again, check your local listings. Tomorrow, a couple of dudes who are in John Kerry's garage band,
The Electros.
and we have already promoted this guy as maybe the next, I don't want to say the next major Bill Smith. I want to say maybe the next Mr. Zodiac. Mr. San Francisco.
He'll be on the show tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Cool.
What's his name, Robbie?
Mark Horowitz.
Mark Horowitz.
Here's Buzz. Hi, Buzz.
Hi, Don and Mike.
Hi.
The New York Times is the first major newspaper to endorse a presidential candidate in this election. In Sunday's paper, the Times came out for Kerry.
I mentioned before when we went to break, here's why I don't like that paper. First, no good comics.
True.
Sports, all on one page, type way too small.
Mm-hmm.
Second, who can do that crossword?
Yeah, no, my father could.
Seriously?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, my father could when he was alive. Yeah, my father was like Rob, you're enough for crossword puzzles, right? That was my old man.
Those are hard. Come on. Now, granted.
My dad did them in pen.
Good God.
I mean, it was weird. It was amazing to watch. And I can't do the People magazine crossword puzzle.
I was just going to Mike, that's an even better one than the TV Guide one. The People magazine one, really.
No, he's not retarded.
That's the tard one.
I think somewhere my mom actually saved books of New York Times crossword puzzles that my dad did for fun, and they're done. Most of them are done in pen.
All the news that we fit to print.
That's fit to print.
I know that
we fit into the print.
That we fit into the print.
I don't like these. Too much book learning in the New York Times.
Fits we print.
All the news that fits we print. That would work too. It's very tiny little type.
Yes, it is.
You know, you got to get your magnifying glass, your old man glasses out to read.
I'm not a smart guy, but I think that newspaper, the New York Times, I think it's for smart people.
You know what else is bad about it?
What?
Are the gay pencil sketches on the front page? The little pictures of the people. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture. That's gay.
And where are the bright colors I get with USA Today?
Hey,
Tell
man.
them to print a pie chart.
Yeah, pie chart.
That'd be nice. The New York Times.
Anyway, this newspaper you're talking about,
yes.
Buzz?
Yeah, this Smarty Pants newspaper.
The New York Times says it's, quote, come to know Mr. Kerry as more than just an alternative to the status quo. The paper says Mr. Bush, quote, squandered the trust of the American people. And now, not surprisingly, the Boston Globe has also endorsed Kerry, along with newspapers in the crucial swing states of Minnesota and Ohio.
So this smart guy newspaper picks Kerry, huh?
They did.
Oh, good for them.
All right. Meanwhile, back in Florida, the Tampa...
They could use better pictures, though.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Real
photographs.
program.
They've invented cameras. They could use them.
Yeah.
Hey, give me some color pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, back in Florida, the Tampa Tribune, which has backed Republicans for decades, announced in its Sunday edition... It isn't backing anybody this time. For the first time since 1964, the Tribune calls its decision not to decide achingly difficult and blames the shortcomings of both candidates.
Here is what the editor of the Tampa Tribune had to say.
God, I can't do this.
Yeah, there you go.
There she is.
The Tampa Trib has backed every Republican presidential candidate since 1952, only once making an exception in the case of Republican Barry Goldwater.
Well, I guess that's good for Kerry, too, then, isn't it?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A man resembling George W. Bush robbed a bank in York County, Pennsylvania Thursday evening. It happened at the Commerce Bank in Manchester Township. He got away with the usual undetermined amount of cash.
Well, we're going to have to take care of this, and we're going to have to do it right away.
Yeah, I see fish.
Oh, dear. I'm so distraught. Somebody call Granny. Granny.
Employees say the man wore a gray sweatsuit and a George Bush Halloween mask.
Tighten up security at the Commerce Bank of New Hampshire. Granny.
In other Pennsylvania news, the charges have been dropped against the 6 men arrested for a human pyramid protest. The men stripped down to their thongs during a late summer visit to Amish country by President Bush. They could have gotten jail and fines. They formed the pyramid alongside the motorcade route to remind the president of the prisoner abuse in Iraq.
Hey, Beth Ann, you want to get that pyramid?
God, I can't do this.
Now, Lancaster County officials had charged the men with disorderly conduct, but lawyers for the men argued that no laws were broken and that the men were just exercising their constitutionally guaranteed right to free expression. Like that. Prosecutors dropped the case when they realized they'd have to prove the men did what they did for no legitimate purpose.
God, I can't do this.
There's purpose in everything.
3 Oregon school teachers, meanwhile, were removed from a Bush re-election rally Thursday night for the T-shirts they wore. Ironically, the T-shirts read, "Protect our civil liberties." The women had tickets to the event, which Republican officials forced them to surrender, but one teacher saved her ticket from confiscation by stuffing it into her clothing. The women were also threatened with arrest. Oregon Democrats immediately put out a press release saying, quote, the U.S. Constitution was not available for comment.
Hey, Buster, I'm not a smart man, but I just figured out something with you.
What's
Burbank
that?
or Elston.
Whatever your real name is.
Yeah. You've definitely got an opinion on this election. I have just figured this out now.
I am simply reporting facts.
No,
These are true events.
I want to tell you, I'm not a smart man, but I am determining that you would definitely have one of these candidates that you are voting for.
I'm for the Constitution.
You are smarter than me. I can't see any slant at all.
I vote for the Constitution.
I don't know how you figured that stuff out, but I think you might be right.
You're like Fox News Channel. You are really fair and balanced.
You give me right up to the election day, then I'll make my determination as to whether he's for anybody.
Well,
right now I don't see it. I'm not seeing it.
I have a lot of pro-Republican stuff, but we're out of time.
Oh, what a shame.
Do you still not want to know the status of the Red Sox game? Or you're not
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. All right. I'll just say in sports, they're playing the game.
Okay. Well, what's the score?
Leave the room for a second.
You do want to know.
Yeah.
Top of the 5th, still 2-1. Favor of the Red Sox.
Very good. Thank you.
And finally, here's the latest cheating defense. Sleepwalking sex. According to her doctor, A woman in Australia seduced and had sex with strangers while she slept and didn't remember it when she awoke. Doctor says it's a sleeping disorder. He says,
I see fish.
He says the woman's husband knew she was a sleepwalker, but couldn't understand why he kept finding used condoms around the house. Her husband awoke one night and discovered she was gone. He went looking for his wife and found her downstairs having sex with another man.
Oh, my God.
Other doctors are skeptical of this doctor's diagnosis, but he's convinced the woman's husband, and perhaps that's the important thing. I'm Buzz Burbank on the Don and Mike Show.
But who are they for president, Buzz?
No.
I figured you out. Here's what I got to figure out.
What?
Which guy you're for.
Everybody.
That's it. We got to go. Thank you for listening, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with a new episode. Ron and Fez coming up next on WJFK FM, Live 105 FM. WBZZ, proud to be AM down in Tampa Bay. Those are Ron and Fez's stations. With us. They're next. We'll see you tomorrow. Good day to you, sir.
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 And you.
Look at my long, beautiful hair.
That's right, you Christmas pal.
That's right, Mike's paying for the hair. That's it, we gotta go.
Mike, grow your hair.
When we meet again, this is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, be kind, be nice, and I hope the next performer has the pleasure of having as nice an audience as you've been tonight. And let me leave you swinging.
This is the Don and Mike Show.
Too busy to meet new friends? The WJFK Dateline can change your life. Log on to WJFK.net.
God, I can't do this.